What it do, 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 what it do. Should play partner Ziggy2x. Back again, brand new day, brand new video, man. It is October 29th, Wednesday, hump day, hump day. It's my Friday. So I'm a little turned up. Couldn't wait to press the button today, man. I'm actually woke. I went to work. We had a great freaking day yesterday, man. I'm talking about slow as shit and busy as shit at the right times. It was perfect. It was busy as shit towards the middle of the shift. Made me cruise control right on through the end of the shift, man. And I got out of there before midnight. That was great. I got home at like what? 1. But I got the remedy. Usually when I get home after 1 o'clock, I have all kind of issues, right? My issues usually stem from me having a really restless mind. Okay. So, and I hate to say this, man, because I'm a big Marvel fan, but you put on fucking Kraven the Hunter, can't even make it halfway through the movie. Can't even make it halfway through. I'm talking about as soon as he starts getting powers, I'm knocked the fuck out. I'm talking about the best sleep I ever got. Every single time I put that movie on. I have never seen the end of this movie, but I watched it like 12 times already. This is crazy. I'm talking about insanity. But either way it goes, man, we are here. We got coffee. I'm probably gonna get 2 more cups of this because this turned out like a good batch right here, man. I'm talking about this shit is hitting. It's so good. But anyways, man, we in the building. We are doing low maintenance, high energy work today, man. We are putting in the work. Nose a little stuffy, but I'm in this bitch. That's all that matters, right? So, check this out. We're gonna get straight into the videos. Oh, after we do a congratulatory, because, hey, man, we made it. We fucking made it. Dog, I'm talking about we made it. Because, dog, the last couple days have been ass, but we made it. We here now. We here now. Old news. Got a couple Porsche trucks, couple old schools. You know how that shit go. I push your ass back. Get your tape back. Cause I'm a real, and I don't like rap. All right, now switch it up.
I feel bad.
There you go.
I genuinely feel bad for people.
My boy Anton in the building. Federal workers, the federal workers are at food banks right now, trying to make it happen.
Line just for federal workers.
You have to have your government ID.
Stretches around the block. Many furloughed federal employees like Anthony Spite now waiting hours for help.
I have children to feed, I have a family to take care of, I have a mortgage to pay. So it's a lot of uncertainty.
The Bipartisan Policy Center reports 1.4 million civilian federal employees like Spite did not get paid today.
His name is
I
Spike.
never thought that I would be in this predicament where I'm in need of assistance.
Under a 2019 law, federal workers will be reimbursed at the end of the government shutdown. But that help could still be a long way away, with Congress not in session.
How does it make you feel that members of Congress are still getting a paycheck right now?
You know, if we're not getting paid, I honestly feel that their checks should be withheld as well.
And as food banks face an influx of federal workers,
it's scary.
The clock is ticking for millions more.
With the shutdown, I believe that we'll get double the amount, maybe even triple the amount that we see now.
Federal funding for food programs like SNAP and WIC in danger of running dry by the end of the month.
To last all the way.
Heard about all that.
The next month, even
this shit getting ugly.
It won't.
Yeah, that's a quick ass ad break, man. Y'all tripping. Ooh, too much background. Damn. Jesus. Jesus.
I went out and I could release the footage because I release the footage sometimes. I know people be feeling some type of way when I post footage of me giving away money and stuff. I went out this past week and I gave out a bunch of money. And so I've been a lot more intentional about trying to find the right people to give it to. I actually went and paid for groceries instead of just giving people $100 a piece. I went and paid for groceries for certain people unexpectedly. And I will tell you that I actually upped the amount last week because I had a really
No, I'm not
really
laughing at
great
this.
month the month before. And so I upped the
We're
amount
laughing at
because I tied it to the
Jalen Brown
streets.
with his hair situation.
And so I upped the amount that I gave to the people. And I will tell you that people are struggling. And I said that it was going to be a difference between the haves and the have-nots, that the whole race war thing, it's just, that's all a ploy. That was a play to get y'all distracted from the fact that you should have been focusing more on the class war than you were on a race war.
Mm-hmm.
I gave cash too. I mean, you just try to find and you look for the right people to give it to. But the fact of the matter is, I've been telling y'all for a long time that this is a class war. It is not a race war. It's been a class war.
Right. We've been saying
forever.
that shit.
And I don't
been
know
saying
how
that
you
shit.
guys did not see the play.
We've been saying
They've
it.
been playing y'all for a long time.
Folk been
And
sitting
so
over here
now
looking at us like we
they've
crazy.
tied you.
I've been saying that shit.
They've tied you to the federal government, and you have to beg for it while they still get their paychecks. It's the most disrespectful thing ever. The most disrespectful thing that you can do. Because until you actually get the federal government open, you got to shut the fuck up. These Democrats that's going on MSNBC and they going on these campaigns to try to help the people to understand why they're shutting the federal government down and all of this stuff, they got to shut the fuck up unless they get their job. We don't want to hear nothing from y'all until y'all get the government open. Trump over there tapping into his friends so he can get the military paid. I heard it was $130 million infusion from a billionaire to contribute because they actually want to make sure that our military members are still getting paid. Congress, now keep in mind, of course, Trump don't need the money, but before we ever shut down the federal government, Trump never took a dollar from he never took a salary. Here's my thing. How can you justify getting paid and your people don't even get paid? I don't think that there's ever been a day in my entire life where I have not paid my people before I paid myself. There is nobody that ever could say that they worked for me, that they ever went short on a paycheck, or that I did not pay them before I paid myself. How are they still getting paychecks if the entire world is shut down and they don't even want to fund? Bro, the military should get their paychecks before they do.
Right.
The military should get their paychecks before Congress. You can't listen. When people are hungry, they can't hear you.
You're right. He ain't lying. He ain't lying, man.
When people are hungry, they can't hear you because their stomach is growling.
We will be starving.
Our NBC affiliate in Kansas City breaks down what that assistance looks like for the 41 million Americans who rely on the program.
I'm Megan Abundance, grocery shopping in South Kansas City. This cart full of staples, some fresh produce, fresh fruit, some meat, and bread represents what the average person on SNAP benefits or food stamps can afford for an entire week. The national average benefit for a breakdown per person per week is about $46 to $74. That's what we've spent here, $48.68 for this cart full of groceries.
How you doing, man? You can choose one item.
With no end to the shutdown in sight, many now preparing for what could be a long road ahead.
What can I do about it? But just keep
Look at the
pushing
line.
forward.
Look at the line.
As they say,
Look at
push
the
until something
line.
happens.
Look at the line.
Line round the block. That shit crazy.
Look at the line, y'all.
Round the
Do you
block.
see how long that line is? Oh, Jesus Christ. Lord bless him. Bless him, bless him, bless him, bless him, bless him, God. If I had all of the money in the world, I would take care of them all. I ain't even gonna cap. If I had all of the money in the world, or if I, and you know my heart, Lord, you know my heart, I would actually make sure that every last one of these people was taken care of and fed until they get themselves together, until they can get back on their feet, because this is bad, bro. It honestly is. This is bad. This is bad. And every way that you can think about it, that line is crazy. That line is crazy. And people can't hear your message when they hungry. I think it's a lot of people that's going to switch over to being conservative. I think it's a lot of people that's going to wind up switching over into being conservative. They sick of it. They sick of it, bro. They just truly sick of what they seeing right now that's happening in the government.
Happens.
The food bank that we went to today had over 200 people show up, all of them federal workers or government contractors. And the organizers who we spoke to said they're prepared to hold these types of weekly donation events as long as the government shutdown continues.
Tonight, impacts of the government shutdown intensifying, with key benefits on the brink of running out for millions more Americans.
We expect to see a huge influx in people utilizing the pantry.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture says SNAP food assistance will stop starting November 1st for about 42 million people. That same day, open enrollment begins for the Affordable Care Act, and premiums are expected to reach record highs. Michaela Butler, a nurse, says she's concerned for her patients.
We're going to see a lot more people opting out of healthcare that they need and ending up in pretty bad situations.
Nearly 4 million people are projected to drop their coverage next year if lawmakers allow the ACA subsidies that help lower those premiums to expire.
AI Screen Genius says, I wouldn't it be pointless. You don't mean all of the money, you mean infinite money, because if they don't do anything more than ask instead of work, they're your pets literally. Well, listen, here's the thing. The goal isn't to be anybody's father or to tether them to me. The goal is to bridge them until they actually get themselves together. So it's not for people to be dependent on you forever. It's to allow for them to be able to carry themselves until they can do better.
A sticking point for Democrats this shutdown.
But we need to assure Americans do not have their inflation, do not see their insurance premiums double overnight. And that's what's going to happen unless Republicans work with us to stop that.
Both sides blaming each other.
I would urge moderate Democratic senators to come across the aisle. We're starting to eat into muscle here.
Today's staffing shortage is triggering a brief ground stop at LAX and delays at Newark Airport, according to the FAA.
Even fly into
the
Los
Transportation
Angeles
Secretary says roughly half
Right now?
of delays
Fuck outta here.
could be related to the shutdown.
This is exhausting.
The president of the Air Traffic Controllers Union issuing a warning about those workers, already understaffed and set to miss their first full paycheck Tuesday.
Every day that this shutdown continues, this system will be less safe because they're completely distracted from their duties and responsibilities of keeping the American flying public safe.
And it doesn't look like the shutdown will end this week. House Democrats will come back to D.C., but House Speaker Mike Johnson hasn't called back Republicans. And the Senate will be here, but so far their votes to reopen the government have all failed.
Let me tell you what else is going to happen. What people are starting to realize, and this is an unintended consequence from this shutdown, is that women, I believe, are starting to realize that they need men more than they ever have.
Oh,
Women that are feeling it, they start to
that
be
what's
like,
going
you know
on?
what? I wasn't really as strong and as modern as I want to. And
We got
it's
videos to
also
double
showing you
down on
that
this
people need to
idea right
stop
here.
tethering themselves to the federal government. Bro, you telling me 42 million people are receiving some form of social services? So the government is y'all daddy.
I wish I
The
could.
government is y'all daddy. Most of us wouldn't survive natural selection. Most of us would not survive natural selection.
Agreed. I
We
probably
would
wouldn't. I'm a
just
fucking
fail and
specimen,
perish
man.
and fail to exist.
I'm a
Natural
genetic
selection, if we was just in
freak.
hunter-gatherer and we wasn't taking from other people to make sure that everybody else is taken care of, most of these people would fall off the face of the map, and that would be the end of it. Women would become more dependent on they men, and you would actually see the weak men fall off. You would see the weak men fall off, and then you would see who was who. You would start to see who was who. All of this, I am woman, hear me roar, all of this diversity, equity, inclusion, all of that would be out the window. All of that would be out of the window. Seriously, it would be out the window.
Killed their ass. Real talk though. My thing still to this day is, man, is that there's folks out here that are making well under the poverty line and making it happen. They're working their way out of poverty, right? Just by being diligent on their budgets and paying attention to their input and output, right? But then we got people like these government workers where their minimum annual salaries are like $85,000 a year, $90,000 a year, and they can't find out a way to not be paycheck to paycheck. And it makes absolutely no sense. That's the biggest crux of this entire situation, is that folks don't understand how to not be paycheck to paycheck because they just out here doing the most. They're trying to do all of these things to continue to be somewhat in the visually in the black, I guess, look and make it seem like they're doing okay and not doing anything to cut back in times of need, in which, we've been seeing for the longest. We've seen since the beginning of the year that it was a possible recession on the horizon, and people didn't put anything up. People didn't change up the flow. They still doing 3 hots and a cot. You know what I'm saying? Like, you eating 3 times a day plus some, and you're going to drink every weekend, 2, 3 times a week. You taking random bitches out, spending all your money. You buying overly priced cars. We just saw that in a couple of videos ago with me. All of these crazy car notes. Everybody paying $1,200 plus just to ride around in a marginally okay car, just because of the date on the car, the date the car was created or whatever. And now all of a sudden, when all of these benefits that we've been knowing since the man got elected into the office, now all of a sudden they're just starting to notice that, oh, I don't have any extra money, I can't do anything. And then when you get furloughed or put on a temporary leave, all of a sudden, I don't have any money to do this or do that. Yeah, you knew that was going to happen. We all knew it was going to happen. Why all of a sudden now what you didn't think it was going to happen just because we've been telling you that you're just a contrarian? All of a sudden it's just not going to happen for you, but it's going to happen for everybody else. Why would you think that it was going to happen this entire time, telling everybody to brace themselves, and you don't subsequently brace yourself? Like, the moment that I saw that they started slashing all of these federal workers and all of that stuff, I started cutting back on my budget. I mean, yeah, I'm still spending, but the thing is like I cut back on my budget drastically, and I'm not even anybody that's any kind of. I'm not in fear of having anything kind of shut down on me. You know what I'm saying? But there are a lot of people that are. And those people are the ones out here just acting like ain't nothing different. They're gonna go out there, they bought new cars, they bought new houses in this terrible market on both ends. And then they're still having kids, blowing money on food and random ass travels, and you know what I'm saying? At the beginning of the year, man, it was the biggest travel boom that I've seen in my life. Since COVID, honestly. And everybody acting like everything was all good. Whoop do 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 do. And now all of a sudden, when the shit hit the fan, everybody looking crazy as fuck in the face. Besides the people that prepared. Makes absolutely no sense. Everybody out here whining about it and shit. It's nothing to whine about. You knew what the fuck was going on. You just chose not to do anything about it.
One single guy stopped and said hello or spoke to me this morning. Now, guys, if you're at the gym and you see me.
Uh-oh. Hold on right quick, y'all. I'm going to be right back. We're going to do a quick break, real quick break. My bad. I am back. It is I, the backwards flyer. Random ass phone call. Somebody trying to buy
Middle-aged
my
woman,
damn
like, at least
crib.
stop, say hello,
Fuck out
because
of my
this
face.
is maybe the only social time she gets today.
You know what freaking blows my mind? The dynamic between masculine and feminine energy is literally so freaking backwards right now, especially in the gym. We've got beautiful and powerful women and strong, disciplined men in the same space. We're all in there working on ourselves, fueling our bodies with love and life. And then guess what? We actually see each other every day. We literally make eye contact. We notice same faces every single day, even develop hardcore gym crushes, but nobody's approaching. All the ladies are out there wondering, why hasn't he said anything? Meanwhile, the men are like, oh, she probably doesn't want to be bothered. Or even worse, I don't want to come off as a creep. But here's the truth. The hesitation is literally pushing you out of your masculine and pushing you into your feminine energy. As a man, it's in your instinctive nature to be a hunter, protector, provider, and a leader. Even animals have this dynamic figured out, yet humans just allow social media and fear narratives to rewire them. You've let the internet convince you that respectfully approaching a woman makes you a creep. And because of that, so many amazing masculine men are standing in the same freaking room as high value women every single day and never say a word. Literally, men, listen, high value women are everywhere. She's right in front of you at the gym, grocery store, coffee shop, gas station, but you're never gonna meet her if you don't approach. Confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about leading even when your voice shakes. It's about reclaiming your role as the initiator. Because if you want the feminine woman of your dreams, you're gonna have to step into your masculine energy and claim her.
These guys in the comment section are acting as if I'm forcing you to go talk to her. I'm saying if you're interested, go talk to her. And I also said, I think girls should go talk to the guys first too.
Yeah.
Calm down, man.
I agree with bro.
Gym guys never
I ain't
make
doing
the
that shit.
first move. Ladies, listen up. I'm a foreign girl living in LA, and I'm giving to you this tip. Because they are scared of you. You are in your zone, you are lifting, you are just doing your business, you are not looking at them, and then it's just scared to them. Ladies, I'm telling you, just be brave, smile to them, make an eye contact time to time, and then sometimes you can be
That
brave
ain't it,
too. You can
but
say
alright.
that, hey, what are you training today? So, boom, you just start the gym romance.
I'm trying to find the words to describe this girl.
Confident walk.
My walk is confident. It's fierce. I am a lion or tiger or a bear or
Bitch
whatever.
walked
Hear
off
me roar,
frumpy as
whatever it
fuck,
is. I don't
fast
care.
as shit. Like, you think I'm
Well,
finna hop
wondering
down
why
on
men
that
don't
shit?
approach.
Fuck out of here.
Why men have stopped going to the gyms that you're at. Why men have honestly stopped hanging around you guys. Y'all wonder what's going on with gym culture. It's dying out. It seems like we're just separating. We're going separately as a nation, as people, as a society. You know, why does it seem like men don't want to help anymore? Why they want to go in their own corner? Because you guys are recording with tripods, and you'll probably see a little bit more of that in this compilation. You guys are recording with tripods, people unexpecting, they don't even know, and getting mad at them because they're in your shot. There's a whole bunch of foolishness going on, and you wonder why men don't want to be bothered with it.
Enough with these gym creep videos, okay? Walking through the gym and he looks at somebody. He's not coming up to you, grabbing you. So what? Someone's coming to look at you. You know what? That's how a lot of people met in my day back in the gym. They'd see someone they liked, they go up and they'd say hi.
Here's the thing. I feel bad for men because how do you not look? I'm looking. It is hard to not look.
But nowadays they don't want to do it because they'll end up in a video like this.
And he knows I'm recording him too. Because there's so many empty ellipticals and you picked the one right next to me. What was the reason?
More and more every day when I go to the gym, I keep seeing worse
and I don't
and
even
worse
go to the
and
gym,
worse
man, but I'm cool.
outfits.
I have no reason. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at
That's
this.
an
Look at this
interesting
bullshit.
warm up. What do you call that?
It's just pull squats.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that actually part of your workout?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, not when you're dressed like that. And not here. It's not gonna work.
I can't work out.
Not dressed like that, no, and not doing that, and you're recording it. Okay, so you're making me leave? Yes.
Can we just take a moment to really take in how hateful men are whenever women actually find a space that's safe for them and there's no men around? They just really genuinely don't want women to thrive, and it's crazy.
What?
Like, how are you going to find somebody on the internet and be like, I hope you go bankrupt? Because I had numerous comments that basically said,
what?
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
oh, you're gonna go bankrupt for opening a women's only gym. Meanwhile, every time I've ever mentioned a women's only gym, women are ecstatic about it. They're like, yes, I want that.
Yeah.
Also,
go
let's
do it.
highlight this last
Do
little
it
portion.
yourself.
There's no attention factor involved. I currently work at a very successful women's only gym in Kansas City, and I promise you that the outfits that girls wear in women's only gyms are way more revealing than they would ever have in a co-ed gym.
Good.
So
Cool.
the attention factor
Take
was
all of that
never
over there.
about attention. The clothing and things like that was always about how confident or how comfortable a woman was in what she just wanted to wear what she wanted to wear without being stared at, without having creepy guys make comments or just like drooling over her. Because guess what? That's real. And it's very disturbing.
So
and
you
very
got your
annoying to
own
have to deal
spot
with.
now. Just go there.
That is what a
Quit
women's
complaining
gym
about
is
the spot
for,
that
is
you
to
share
feel
with other
safe,
people.
to actually go and not have
You
to be
got
on
it.
guard all the time, to actually just go and be
You got it.
relaxed, enjoy
Yeah.
their time without having to look over their shoulder all the time. That is what a women's gym is for. So it is insane that there was this many comments, and if you look at any viral video that goes about women's only gyms, like every single one, the men are just hateful for no reason, and I genuinely believe it's because they are mad that women are thriving. Nope, that's not true. Guess what? I know I'm going to be successful. I know this gym is going to take off, and I know this is going to be such a powerful place for women to heal. I'm not just talking about transforming bodies, I'm talking about transforming souls. I'm talking deep-rooted transformation in the best possible way. All about community and sisterhood and laughing and feeling safe and growing both in the gym and outside of the gym. That's what this is all about. So these comments, they're going to come. I know they will. But I just want to really point out the fact that
we don't give a
why?
damn.
Just why? I'll never fully understand it. But you know what? It's cool because now every time some guy comments some stupid comment like this, it just brings more attention. So anyway, if you're in Denver and looking for a women's only gym, stay tuned. Follow along because we got some good news coming.
Unfortunately for you, he's not just talking out of his behind. It's an actual literal fact. There's a lot of data. I mean, we're talking about curves here. That gym is not doing well, and it's women's only, right? Now, if you're talking about yoga or Pilates or something like that, then I can see. But as far as actual gyms go, the data is there.
You guys, so I'm at the gym. You know what? Go up to her. Go up to the girl that you think is cute.
Nope.
Because most likely she likes you too. And she's waiting for you to go up to her. So do it.
There's not going to be a lot of men that take your advice specifically because modern women have made it just
not happening.
A task and a chore to go to the gym. I should be able to. It's hard enough going into the gym, especially during peak hours where people are working out, to find weights, to find a machine, and then having to dodge women in the gym acting crazy.
You hear me?
Why would I
doing
be
all
there?
that extra
For
ass
what?
shit?
Well, why am I going?
He's a 10, but he doesn't go to the gym.
Love the gym. 1. 0. 0.
You want to join? Yeah. He's a 10, but he doesn't go to the gym.
Oh, he's still a 10.
Okay, very different answers over here.
Yeah, still a 10.
Okay, complete opposites. They're like a 0 over here.
What's your biggest turnoff in guys?
Oh, we gotta hear this.
Probably when they don't work out. Go to
Oh, really?
What?
Oh, but wait, there's more.
White men.
Okay.
So what do you guys prefer in a guy?
Really rich. Really black. At least 6'5".
But wait,
6'5".
Lots of money, really. Yeah.
Like a yacht and stuff.
Yeah. Can buy me fancy things. Take me on trips. Pay my rent.
Okay, so you got all these requirements, but the requirements don't go against you. So your standards for a man is not the same standards for you, because you talking about he needs to go to the gym. Not being funny, but you don't go to the gym. You saying he needs to be rich, have yachts and all of this. Baby girl, I don't think you have a yacht. I don't think you have the money that you asking for. Talking about pay your rent. Go pay your own rent, baby girl. Y'all gotta stop asking for stuff that y'all cannot give in return. It's okay to have standards, but let's be realistic with our standards, okay?
Men do not take group fitness classes, and I honestly think it's because they think it's beneath them. I've been a group fitness instructor for the last 6 years, and I've been in fitness in general for the last 9. Prior to working as a group fitness instructor, I actually was a personal trainer.
No. Okay, hold up. The reason why, and I can attest to this because I was a sports medicine major or minor, I'd say. Sports medicine minor when I went to college, a D1 college where I did play football as well. The reason why men don't do group fitness is because it's not a social activity for us like it is for you. You are social creatures. Men go to damn gyms so we can lock the fuck in. We gonna turn on that fucking heavy metal whether we listen to it normally or not. Black men too. Turn on that damn Korn. Turn on that I Prevail. Turn on some fucking Metallica and lock the fuck in. Why the hell would I want to be in a group socializing while I know I'm not finna listen to a damn thing anybody's saying because I'm locked in? See, that's what, women expect men to act like women until it's convenient for them. That doesn't make any sense. Why are we in group fitness classes? What are we going to be doing? Hot yoga together? What are men going to be doing in group fitness classes together? Working on my downward facing dog with my bros? The fuck? No, man. I mean, what? Hey, crazy as shit. Let's hear what she got to say, though. Let's hear what she got to say, because she's going to say some bullshit. I guarantee that. I'm going to play the you can't go retard clip again.
Primarily taught men as clients, and I primarily worked with men as coworkers. I've also been doing yoga for the last 10 years, and I am also a registered yoga teacher. When I was personal training and I would talk with my male coworkers, I would tell them about doing yoga and how I felt like it helped me with my weightlifting program. At the time, a lot of us were Olympic weightlifting buddies, and they would tell me that they didn't really feel like yoga was for them because they didn't really feel like they were flexible enough, which is fine, whatever. But this is the basis for my argument because I've seen this for years now. When I moved into group fitness, obviously I primarily taught yoga, but I also taught quite a few other formats, including cycling, sculpt, bar, whatever. Yoga is an easy one to get out of because you can just say that you're not flexible enough, which still not an excuse, but you know, whatever. But try to get a man to come into a cycling class or a Pilates class, and they don't really have much of an excuse for you other than like, I don't think it's for me. This is aside from like general anxieties and like actual
You're not a
reasons
psychologist. Why are you talking about anxiety?
Fitness class. This is for a very specific group of people. There are a lot of men who see a woman drenched in sweat coming out of a 60-minute long Pilates class and they think, I can do that, and then they never try it themselves. They think that a woman can do that, therefore I can do that, and therefore it wouldn't be beneficial to my workout regimen. The idea that group fitness classes, and specifically yoga and Pilates group fitness classes, are really for women is really hindering your ability to lift more weight. And I'm not joking with this because yoga and Pilates are some of the best classes that you can take to actually activate your accessory muscles. So when you're doing something like a back squat, Your hamstrings and your glutes are primarily driving that movement, but having the active ability to know other muscles to help aid that movement, say for example your tibialis, your abductors, your adductors, your gastroc and your soleus and your calves, knowing how to activate those muscles will help you lift more weight. It's the difference between lifting like 275 and 295, and I'm not joking. And what a lot of men don't see is that after that 60-minute long Pilates class, that woman that came out drenched in sweat, she's lifting more weights right now. I guarantee you the personal trainers of top athletes and celebrities have them doing things from yoga and Pilates on
Yeah,
the
they
regular.
do, but they don't ask you to do it in a group
There's
setting.
obviously men
So what difference does it
who
make? What's she
teach
talking about?
and take these classes. But
What-
I
what-
swear,
what is-
if I tell one more man at the
What?
gym to take this yoga body sculpt class and he goes, oh, well, I guess I could do some stretching. Buddy, it's not stretching.
So a dude in the comments said they do. Okay. You have CrossFit, you have Jiu-Jitsu, boxing, yoga, berries, I think he meant barre, and some other stuff. Another guy commented, he said basketball leagues, running groups, biking groups, kayaking, hiking, etc. She says organized fitness in a group is not the same as group fitness. I'm talking about classes typically offered at major gyms like
Okay,
yoga,
so she's just
Pilates,
pandering, trying to get people to come to her damn shit.
etc.
That's what that sounds like.
It's modern women are so small-brained. They're so limited in their thinking that if you don't do it the exact way that they want you to do it or they think it should be done, then you must not be doing something right.
Like, what? There you go. Yeah, let's do it, bro.
Ladies, at this point, there
Yeah.
are some men that are actually just avoiding going to the gym or they're making a home gym. It's kind of wild.
I got a home gym. What do you mean? I'm about to go get me a bike when I come back from this damn vacation.
He ain't got no money.
Turn up.
Because all he do is go to the gym.
Because how do you even have time for all of that? Like, it's one thing to be swole. That's real.
She said if a man is real swole, if he is in shape, like it looks like he goes to the gym every single day, then he is broke. How about disciplined? How about excellent time management skills? And the fact that you picked up your phone, pressed record, and said that stupid shit makes me worry about you. And then your friend co-signed and said the same exact stupid shit as you. Now, may it be some broke in shape people out here? Yeah, but there's plenty of examples of people, men and women, who are shredded, who have that money or getting to the bag in some type of way. And you got on the internet and said that bullshit. What? What you about?
Has anyone?
Mm-hmm. They be on some goofy ass shit. That's all that shit is. They don't know what the fuck they talking about, and they're just trying to make it seem like they're the leader of the of some expert opinion on the field with limited to no actual knowledge of what's going on. Yeah.
Anyone notice that the gyms are so dead now? All of a sudden it's 24 degrees and people feel like they don't need to work out anymore. That's not how it works. The gym is not a seasonal thing. Don't be that bitch, because I guarantee you by the end of the summer you're going to regret not going to the gym. It really makes me sad.
Yeah.
It really makes me sad. I love seeing so many people at
Yeah.
the gym working out. It honestly motivates me. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. So, come on.
Wait for the end to see how rude these girls were to me at the gym.
Okay, y'all, so I'm currently at the gym, and thank goodness I have this mic set so I can tell you in detail just what happened. So it's like I'm already used to being judged at the gym. A lot of people don't know that I have a kid, and a lot of people just assume I've always looked this way for whatever apparent reason, but I've actually worked very hard on my body and my journey. I did gain over 100 pounds after when I was pregnant with my son, and I got gallbladder stones after I gave birth. And these girls were already kind of like irritating me, kept going in my lane intentionally. It's very obvious that they're doing this on purpose. Like, you see me coming and you're just like literally all in my lane, right? And ladies, I want to make it very clear, it is not cute, and it actually shows how insecure you are if you're going out of your way to hate on another woman who's trying to better herself, especially a mom. Like,
What?
I literally had to say, excuse me, and then look, this girl waving, like, come on, they're smiling, they're laughing, like, come on, get out of here, y'all haters.
Oh man, I feel like you're taking up a good portion of space in the gym.
Right.
And
Yeah, I was
especially it
about
looks
to
like
say
and
she
you can't see
walked through
other
the
part of
whole
camera.
damn length of
I
the
would
gym.
love to see that, but it
Trying to
just
do
looks
lunges.
like where you're at, that's where a lot of people kind of lounge around. And there's some other stuff around there going on, and they're trying to get out of somebody else's way. What you could possibly do is stick closer to where you are. I mean, you're crossing, like you can see people crossing in and out of that pathway. You go down there, all the way down there, you come all the way back. And I get it, but in a gym, like a woman
Like
in the
a
comments was
full
saying, it's a
gym
shared
like this looks like.
space.
I mean, look how many people are over here. Look like they're waiting on machines. Look how many people are over here. Look like they're just socializing in between sets. And you doing all of this. You really needed to do 60 yards of your lunges. You couldn't just do this right here, turn around and come back. You didn't even do lunges coming back. So why'd you even have to say excuse me to them? You walking back regular. Like the fuck? The fuck?
You're taking all of that.
The fuck?
You gotta, in my opinion, because it's happened to me, you gotta expect somebody to be all up in your grill.
All up in
it's a
your
shared
way.
space, especially if you're coming in
you
peak
all up in
hours.
the
In my
way.
opinion.
She said she wasn't comfortable, so men had to move the gym equipment. Gym entitlement is out of control. Women already have their own classes, their own sections, and even gyms, and now their own placement of equipment. Men's concerns are usually ignored. Imagine if a man asked for this. His membership would probably be canceled. Gyms should treat everybody the same. This mindset fuels entitlement. Share this with somebody to show them the double standard.
Unpopular opinion, but people are allowed to work out next to you in the gym. I know we are living in times where it is very important to be hyper aware of your surroundings, but not everybody is a predator. And like I said, people can work out next to you in the gym, and it's not gym etiquette for them to go out of their way to the furthest equipment away from you or the furthest treadmill away from you. That's entitlement on your behalf. If somebody is paying their monthly membership to a gym, they have the right to use whatever equipment is available, period, regardless of you being in that area. They don't owe you anything. And if anything, if you're so comfortable, you move. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I can't understand the thought process behind people thinking if they're on some type of equipment, somebody should not come directly next to them if there's another open equipment available. Because in my head, you don't know what it took for that person to get to the gym. You don't know what it's taking for that person to stay consistent on their journey. And that equipment itself might be their favorite equipment. That might be what helps them stay familiar with their routine every single day.
Right.
So who are you to say, don't stand next to me, don't walk next to me, don't exercise next to me, go to the further away equipment? I'm sorry, but if you feel in your gut that something is not right, then you protect yourself and you remove yourself from the area. You are not entitled to that area, and people do not have to go out of their way not to be around you in a public setting that they're paying to be in. I'm sorry, but that's my unpopular hot take, because if I come to the gym and I see some equipment that I want to use, I'm not moving out of the way for you just because you want to be alone. You cannot be private in public, babe. You can't.
Talk to him.
Excuse me, ma'am? How many sets do you have left?
Remember her? The woman who didn't want anybody in her gym Netflix production?
I want you to work out around me, even in a public space. She wasn't the only one.
Well, somehow, it's everyone's fault for working out around her. The lack of self-awareness like this needs to be studied. Accountability is a foreign concept. Get a home gym. These cameras have people thinking that they're Ronnie and Arnold in their prime. Share this with someone.
Let's talk about it. I know you're looking like, oh, she has her mat behind her. Wrong. I had been there for about 15 minutes prior to her coming over there, and I'm not sure why she felt so entitled to my space. Like, one, I have weights in my hand. That's not safe for either of us, considering the fact that we can both be injured. But this has been a big problem for me, especially in shared spaces.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is OD.
So entitled to my space. And that's why I'm looking at the camera all sideways, because it was like they never spoke. They never asked to share the space or anything. And so I guess that's where my confusion lies. And I did all of this even just to show you how empty the area was for her to work out. There's plenty of space, and she still chose to invade mine. Let's talk about it in the comments. Has this happened to you?
I'd have farted right on her ass. I'd have farted. At least on that last clip, I would have farted right on her ass. Yeah, like what are you expecting? What are you expecting? What are you expecting? She ain't even worried about you. She ain't even worried about you. What you worried about her for? Goof ass.
Because you're annoying me. You're annoying me. I'm perfect. Are you going with this? Yes.
What?
Don't work out. Don't work out. Please, don't work out.
Bitch, please.
Whatever.
I'd sit on the side of that bitch.
I'm gonna do the best I can, considering I'm on vacation in Greece and now the beautiful Croatia. But as you can see, toxic gym culture doesn't take a vacation.
I'm gonna sit on that bench right next to her. Probably fart on the bench.
First off, saying don't photobomb
I keep saying fart because protein shakes give me gas.
Is the most
and that's my easiest form
that
of
I have
defense.
ever heard. You're upset with that woman not because she walks in front of or through
Pocket
your video,
sand.
but because she's standing behind you.
Gym gas.
Seriously, she goes to put her weights back. She's stretching, waiting to grab some more weights, and you think you have the right to tell her she's annoying you? Seriously,
Eat a dick. That's
and
what
the worst part
Eat
is,
a dick.
you follow me. You should know better. You have no right to tell anybody in the gym, video or not, where they can stand.
Exactly.
But hey, if you want to film somewhere where nobody's going to photobomb you and you can do as you please, build a home gym. Train there. Until then, you need to do better. Mind your own business.
The thing about it is, that's not your gym. They're not going to leave people alone. They're going to sit up there. The fact of the matter is she thought she was right. She thought she was right. She thought she had a point, and she didn't. My God.
Bitter one.
Can you imagine going into a gym like this every day, seeing somebody like this? Why would you ever go when you know you're going to encounter this type of entitlement and trouble?
Hey y'all, story time on how I caught some girls talking mess about me on camera in the gym. So Sunday, after me and my boyfriend got back from my birthday trip, we decided to hop right back into the gym. Can't miss too many days. I said, let me go and record this workout, because I like to track my progress. Y'all follow me. Y'all know I am not no fitness influencer, okay? Me and my trainer, we just making little funny vids, but you have never seen me posting any workout tutorials, any of that. I just record myself to track my progress and check my form. So I get done recording a set, and this girl comes up to me, and she's like, hey, yeah, I don't know if you know, but we don't really do the tripods in here. People get really uncomfortable. I don't know if you noticed, but a whole group of people disperse. Once you pull your tripod out, and people just get really uncomfy. You can just always go in the studio. And I was like, well, I didn't see anybody disperse, and I'm not trying to record anybody. I'm trying to record myself. I'm not worried about what anybody else is doing. She's like, well, people just get uncomfortable, but you're really pretty though, and you look good. Yeah, keep it up. Your Honor, here's the evidence.
Man, they're just some white girl shit. They're trying to intimidate you by backhanded compliments. That's all that is. Take it for what it is, man. Keep doing you.
So after she said that, it just really rubbed me the wrong way, because I'm like, no. So this other girl comes to me and she's like, hey girl, use your tripod. I watched that whole interaction. It was very weird. It was very strange. We don't need that energy in here. Do what you do. Don't worry about her and those girls. Yeah, in conclusion, it just gave very weird, nasty behavior, because why are you clocking me so hard when you should be in there doing your workout? If you were worried about your reps and your sets, you wouldn't have time to worry about me and my tripod. But I think it's funny that I caught you on camera talking mess about me as you were trying to say that people are uncomfortable with my tripod, but I caught you. So yeah, moral of the story, mind your own business, mind your own workout. Worry about you, worry about your gains, your glutes, your biceps, your triceps, your lats, traps. Worry about you.
You know, you're seeing that modern women can't be happy for anybody. It doesn't matter who it is. And this is why men are like, you can't fix them. Like, you can't live with them. You can't be around them. Modern women, in any situation, they're going to find a way to make your life miserable. And I'm looking at it again, and I don't know, man, just by body language, it looks like they were trying to be respectful of your space. Like, you know, you have a lot of you have a lot of women that say, I'm doing a set. Why would you talk to me during a set? So that first time she was about to come talk to you, but it seems like, I don't know, maybe she had to get the courage to, or maybe she lost the courage. I'm not sure, but that's what she was trying to do. And then that second time she went over, talked to her girls, and they were kind of hyped her up and reassured her, yeah, no, it's unacceptable to be recording in the gym, recording us, that sort of thing. That's probably why they told you that, because it looks like the camera is pointing.
Almost. You almost got me. Almost got me. You little fucker.
It could be anybody in the gym, and maybe they don't feel comfortable being recorded. Now you have women in the comments, some of them talking about they're just jealous because their backs are still big. You know, it really doesn't matter whether their backs are big or not. There's somebody in the comments that said something to the effect of, I'm not going to hold you. I get really annoyed when there are tripods too. I don't even want to be in the gym or in the background. Take that to a private gym. Exactly. People, you know, they might not want to be seen on camera. Oh, what do you have to hide? Nothing, really. I just don't want to be on camera.
Right.
Period. I just
mean,
don't.
sometimes I get it, man, but at the same time, it's like,
I pay my
you
money
in a public space,
not
man.
to be on camera.
Just
you know,
relax.
this is not insanity. I don't come here to be filmed.
You don't want to be filmed and go to another spot that's not getting filmed. I mean,
and I think at some point
get
in
out of the
time,
eye
that
shot
should
of the
be
camera
respected.
then, if that's the case.
If you're getting
You know
on
what I
here
mean?
talking about you have a right to do that, you actually don't. Just like they said, go to like a private studio or something like that where they have that type of stuff. If you want to be an influencer, that's I shouldn't have to. No, that's a conscious decision that you're making, and you're infringing on a lot of people's rights.
Somebody has been taking dumps in the shower at my gym, and
Ew.
it is still happening. They have not been able to figure out who it is. And let me tell you, this is a luxury space, people. Okay. It's not a Planet Fitness. If it was a Planet Fitness, I'd be like, yeah, okay, it's a Planet Fitness. This stuff happens. Somebody's been squishing their pooping in the shower and squishing it down the drain
multiple times. Cause I could imagine too, so, like, you know, I'm of the three of us, I am the one who poops my pants the most.
Poops my pants.
You have a oopsie. I've never pooped in the shower because usually a shower, like as plumbing it goes, is right next to a toilet. So it's like you can hop right on out of there.
She said she has oopsies where she poops her pants.
It's a repeat offender. Yeah. When I first heard about it, it was 3. There was 3 instances, but now it's continued to happen. And I will not name the gym because I don't want to get kicked out.
Any chance we've got a copycat? You know, someone saw that and goes, you can poop in the shower?
I mean, if there was ever a time to poop in the shower, if you secretly have been wanting to poop in the shower, now is the time to do it. Oh, wow.
In their defense, there is nothing worse than taking a shower and then you have to poop because then you're like, the best time to poop is right before.
Yeah. Is Sarah the pooper? Is Sarah the pooper?
I mean, I just feel like you guys are giving us a great reason to avoid you guys in the gym. To be honest, this is a fantastic reason why men just decide, you know what, maybe I'll work out at home today. You know what, maybe that hour drive to the other gym across town, it really is worth my peace.
I almost beefed with this woman at the gym this morning because there is nothing I hate more than a nasty female in the gym. This morning, I'm doing legs. My gym has one Smith machine that everyone wants to use. So it's at the end of my workout. I was like, let me see if the Smith machine is finally available. If it is, I'll finish my RDLs. If not, I'll go walk. So I walk over. There's no one on the machine. Mind you, there was a bag next to the machine, but it was in between two of the machines, so I didn't know which one it belonged to. So I did a quick look around. I didn't see anyone eyeing down the machine like, oh, she's about to take it. So I decided to go on the machine and do my workout. I'm putting my weights on. I'm about to literally work out, and this lady walks up to me in the nastiest fucking attitude and goes, I'm using this machine. And I was like, okay. Like, if she would have been nice, it would have been like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, like, I'm using this. I would have just been like, I apologize, I did not know. Let me put the weights back on for you, okay? Because there were weights on the machine, but everyone in my gym doesn't have gym etiquette, and everyone leaves weights everywhere. So it was nothing out of the ordinary. So I walk away. I'm like, let me just do a workout somewhere else. Maybe she'll be fast because she knows someone's waiting for it. Boy, did I fucking think wrong, because what did this girl do? She brought over dumbbells. She brought over barbells. She's fucking texting on her phone in between sets. She's not even using the Smith machine. She literally did one exercise every 10 minutes. In between using the Smith machine, she's doing Bulgarian split squat. She is doing everything, and I'm convinced she was just doing it to be spiteful because she knew I was waiting for the machine. Meanwhile, I know I look nasty at the gym. I have the worst RBF, but if someone came up to me and was like, are you using this? How many sets do you have left? I literally would just give them the machine because I don't follow a solid plan. And also, like, we're in a public space. Like, I'm not gonna be rude and take my sweet ass fucking time. But this girl, literally, I swear to God, every 2 seconds I saw her going to grab a different piece of equipment so she can work out in the area and use the Smith machine once every 10 minutes. And whatever. I'm not entitled to the machine, but when you're sitting there texting on your phone and doing other things that you can do somewhere else, I could have at least worked in with you. I was only doing 4 sets. So the fact that she wasn't even like, well, if you want to use it, like, let's work in because I'm doing other things in between. No. Calm down. Yeah. So don't be that fucking bitch at the gym.
No, I'm not going to be at all. Oh, yes. Hi. Sorry, I am in the camera. I'm not going to be at all. Oh, yes. Sorry, excuse me. Hello? Hi, excuse me. Sorry, because I'm going to be here. I'm not going to be. No, put it, I understand, but put it on yourself only. But that's, very inconvenient for me. I'm not going to be, that's uncomfortable to the romance. I don't want to be. I have to be reception for the staff. So it's not it's a sign of the board. If you're going to take a picture, ask people if they're convenience or not. I'm not going to be in your Zoom. Oh, you're not. I cannot. I promise. Oh, here's a kid. I won't even look at it. I'm going to let them know how I'm not okay. Okay, so I'm asking. Sure. Are you going to?
Like,
we always expect the guy to know that we are interested in them. When it comes to the gym, men are very clueless, and the ones that are going to approach you at the gym are the ones who are not respectful men and ones that you need to stay away from. If you feel uncomfortable just walking up to him and saying hello, the next time you guys cross paths, just give him a simple wave and be like, hi, I've noticed you come here all the time. I just wanted to introduce myself. And introduce yourself, but make sure you have a gentle approach with him so he knows that you are interested. Instead of saying hi, how we normally say hi to people, we raise our voice and usually hold our breath and go, hi. What you have to do, instead of holding your breath and saying, hi, you have to exhale and go, hi, and give a little wave with a little like that. That's gonna signal to him you are freaking interested. If not, you're gonna be waiting around forever, because they usually do not come approach you at the gym unless it's like a whole freaking year later and they see that you talk to other people in there and that you're open to make
Why
friends.
are we trying to
So
talk in
how
the
have we gotten to
gym?
this
I'm
point that
locked
men don't know how to
in.
speak to women in a respectful way?
I'm locked in.
How have we gotten to this point to where men look at other videos of women and they cannot recognize the creepy content from
We
the
don't
man?
care because we
How do
locked
men
in.
not
We're not
recognize
worried
what
about
is
that
and is
shit.
not creepy and considered gawking? That is my first question. Second question, actually not a question. How about I help you, okay? Let me help you explain how to not gawk at a woman. Don't stand on the other side of the gym doing your stuff and stare and tilt your head and stare at her ass or her boobs. Don't do that. That's creepy and that's weird. And that's gonna put you in a stalking box, okay? You're gonna look like a stalker. That's my ice maker. Just let it go. If you want to approach a woman at the gym, you don't go up to her and tell her that she's pretty or that she looks good. That's automatic.
Today, ooh, trying to read some shit. Damn near got caught with the ad bug. Blocking you. It's artless. I'm hanging out with Sora 5.
No, she's not. You don't know her, okay? You don't know her. Don't make that the first impression that you're giving a woman. Like, be better, okay?
No.
So in order to be better, let's say you're watching a woman do something and you know that the form is wrong, okay? Her form is wrong. She's going to hurt herself. You can go up to her and say, hey, I just want to, do you have a second? And interrupt her in a nice and polite way. And then she's going to be like, yeah, whatever. And then you can say, I noticed that you were doing this wrong and I'm afraid you're going to hurt yourself. Is it okay if I help teach you how to do it right? I would be receptive to any man that walked up to me and said that to me. Any man. I don't care age. I don't care anything. Anyone who walked up to me and politely asked if it would be okay if they told me or taught me how to do whatever I was doing correctly, 100%. You could say, I think you would get more impact if you held your hands this way instead of this way, or whatever. That's how you approach a woman in a gym, even if you like her.
Trying to hear that shit.
And then she can say thank you. And then you can say, awesome. Are you here, is this your normal night that you're here? Maybe the next time, this is the normal night that I'm here. So, maybe the next time you're here, if you're here and I'm here, I can show you, how to do another machine. That's not hard. That's not hard. It's really not hard. Waiting for a woman to come out of the gym, not a good sign. No, not a good sign. If you want to walk out with her, go do a bunch of other shit while she's finishing her workout. And then when she's done, then you're like, okay, I'm done too. And then you can walk out and you can enjoy some casual conversation. How's the night? It's cold today. or it's hot today. Like, that's how you interact with a woman. Why do we have, I don't know why I have to explain this kind of stuff, but like, that's just normal communication. It's respectful, but there you go.
I really don't know how much more explaining you can do with this. Men are telling you creepiness is subjective. It's subjective. You guys don't seem to understand that. It depends on if you think, as a modern woman, the man is attractive. If he is, then it's not creepy. He could say something wild and off the wall. You're not going to be creeped out by it because you actually like what he looks like.
Yeah, this is insanity. Insanity. Because why is there so much to this?
Realizing that no matter what he says, you're not really listening.
Beat down
New
the
video.
self-esteem of all women collectively so that we have no choice but to lower our standards and accept your low effort.
What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here?
Always ask me, what happened to men today? A lot of men are terrified of women.
Men ain't approaching no more, you know what I'm saying? Dating sucks. And honestly, my wallet loves this.
Mm-hmm.
And they want to start talking about general. No, but I'll talk to women and women say, name that.
Oh, she mad. You heard that? Out here angry as a bitch, ain't it?
Let's start calling out men for the conversations that they're not having with women. You know when men be like, oh, women is always like, and women is like, name them. Name the women that you're talking to. Because a lot of y'all are getting your general information from the internet, and that is not real. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So from now on,
Same thing with y'all.
when y'all are having
What are you
conversations
talking
with men,
about?
and they want to start talking about general, no, but I'll talk to women, and women say, name them. 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 I want names. I don't want to hear, oh, this girl and my, I want her name. I want her name. Because you guys are not talking to women. You're generalizing a bunch of shit. And you're running around in the world talking about, no, but women be saying that. Who? Who is saying it? I want her name right now. Name her.
You.
Well, I think I can name one. I don't know your name, but I'll say her video is men are not talking to women.
Right. There
The
you
silence
go. You.
is deafening.
You
Why is
want
it deafening? Because men are silent and they're screaming, right? No.
Tell
like
me
that title,
one
right? The
motherfucker
tables
that's
turned
telling you
quietly.
that the shit that
Men
I'm
walked away
telling
from
you
dating.
right now
Look what the silence
loudly
is doing.
because
I said it before.
I
When
don't
men
know
go
what to
silent,
say.
this
Face
happens.
ass, weird
And I
ass.
showed in my last video. Ladies, welcome to your future. Now, what's happening? You got 3 ladies lining up for Chad. They're already doing that anyway, right? Actually, I showed that in the last 3 or 4 videos. Lining up for Mr. 6'8". Men don't have to see that on the internet. There's experiments done. Yeah, it's on the internet. But you ladies all want the same thing. You all want the same guy. It's happening.
Average at best and below average. Like on a bad day, I don't think it's that crazy for men to say things like, I'm afraid of approaching women. Just be like, based on the fact that approaching is difficult, like you have to put your ego on the line. Somebody could be recording you. Your rejection could get posted, and they could reject you in a really mean way, especially if they're recording you, and you're not aware. But also, it's just hard to know when you're supposed to approach. Like, how are you supposed to know when somebody's open to receiving like that sort of attention? And you might say, oh, with body language, but it's like, are you supposed to look at them first? And how are you supposed to look at them to indicate that that's something that you're trying to do? You know, I feel like it's hard, it's difficult, and it's scary. And those are all reasons why I don't approach men. Like, I think it's just hard. I don't know, but you guys can let me know your thoughts on this.
Well, actually, I don't expect most of you to approach men. I say it all the time. But if you're not getting approached, you got to do something, right? But I got to say this, because I know you're struggling. The last lady was screaming to the top of her lungs. And you are very honest. You understand your average at best. The last lady is screaming like she's the cat's meow and she's the pig's. Ah! Let's move on.
Couldn't agree more.
Is actually very deadly. So don't mistake it for weakness like he has nothing to say. Make no mistake, ladies. Nah. He's probably just gotten to a point where he no longer sees you as someone worth explaining himself to because he's lost respect for the entire situation. See, a lot of times women think that men go quiet because they're trying to be cold or manipulative. But a lot of times, that's not the truth. It's him realizing that no matter what he says, you're not really listening. You're just waiting to respond. So it's not about control. It's about protecting his peace. Because after a while, he learns that arguing kills his focus, drains his energy, and steals the very calm he needs to stay grounded. That's called growth. It's what happens when a man finally understands that peace is better than proving a point. You know, sometimes there's the exception where he's quiet simply because, you know what? He's sparing you. Because if he really said what's on his mind, it might cut too deep. And you know what? That's mercy, not fear. So yeah, a man's silence is very dangerous, especially for the person who has become comfortable with ignoring his words. Because the truth is, when that man stops talking, it's because he's probably done. He's done trying, and he's done with you.
YouTubers yesterday, Maya Galore, and she does all things beauty, lifestyle, fashion, that kind of stuff, right? In her vlog, she talked about how she feels the men of this generation are just scared to approach her.
I ain't scared of
obviously
shit.
she's successful.
Besides
she presents
losing
herself
bread
very
and my sense of
classy,
meat.
very rich, luxury. That's the aesthetic that she has. And she recently went out with her friend. I think they went to some bar to like watch a football game or something, and she noticed so many men were staring at her, but none of them were bold enough to actually come over and approach her or come over and talk. I think the only guy, she said, that was bold enough to do something was like trying to summon her. So he made eye contact, and I think he was like gesturing her to come over, but she doesn't respond to that. But for the girls on here, do y'all relate to that? Do y'all ever feel like men are just afraid to approach you? Men are afraid to actually make a move? It's like, you know they're staring, but they're just not bold enough to talk to you. And I definitely relate to that, because when I think back on the last, let's say 2-3 years, men just don't approach. And you could say, oh, well, maybe they just don't find you attractive. But like she said, sometimes you see them staring. It's like you see them staring, making constant eye contact with you. But it's like they're just not afraid to. I don't know. What's the cause of that? Are men intimidated? Because again, she does carry herself very rich, very well put together. Are they just intimidated by us?
No.
Or are they just shy? Do they just lack initiative? Like, do we just have a generation of men that don't take initiative anymore?
Those days are over. Nothing to do with that either.
What's going on?
I think about what you said when you said she likes to dress up. And to me, it seems like she dresses up like she's high and mighty. And that's a number one no-no for most men, right? Men look at a girl like that and think expensive. That's what they think automatically. They don't want the bill. Because what happens? Ladies get with the guy and expect him to pay for dinners, pay for dates, while she stuffs her money in her pocket. So he's thinking, I know every once in a while, I'm going to have to buy some shoes. And it may not be expensive. Yes, I must say that. But a man, it's not you. He can't look at you. Some men can, but he can't look at you and say, oh, those shoes are from Payless. Especially if they got some suede on them that look nice. You know, he may think you got them from, you know, Gucci. Of course not Gucci. Everybody knows Gucci. But you get what I'm saying. A man doesn't know. So therefore, a man won't go and approach you.
Welcome to your future.
Guys, men used to go to war and now they look at you weird when you approach them at the bar because all they did was stand around and stare at the wall all night.
Serious question for my mans out there. Why are you guys not approaching women? What is that about?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
What is that about? I have seen so many hot guys lately, and we make eyes, we exchange the look, we have the look, and then there's nothing else. I'm like, are you gonna come approach me?
Nope.
Hello, I don't want to be the one to approach you, okay? Because that's not my man's. My man's has, you know, the balls that he has, and he's not afraid to come up to me and say something, say hello. So if you're a man out there, you know, you guys have balls for a reason. Use them. And don't be afraid to approach women because we don't want to do that.
In front of me because she didn't get asked out for 2 years. Literally. Is this happening to you? She went out, guys would look at her, they would stare, but they would never actually ask her out. She was on the dating apps, but the guys tried to sleep with her too quick. They couldn't hold a conversation. They ghosted her. They acted like a pen pal. And the few guys she went on a date with, when they opened their mouth, she wished she stayed home and watched her favorite TV show instead. If that sounds like you, I've got something that's going to help you right now. I've got a free masterclass that goes over the 3 reasons women don't get asked out by men in real life anymore. I go over why dating apps are one of the worst ways to meet a great guy. And most importantly, I give you a couple simple steps so you can go out there starting today.
Make your money, bro.
Right near where you live, right off the dating apps. All you got to do to
make
sign
that
up
money
is go right underneath my profile or go to freetraining.rgpdatingmethod.com. Don't wait.
Hurry up and buy.
Sign up right now. I've only got a couple time slots available each day.
Are you trying to train guys?
See you on the inside.
Was he trying to train guys? I thought he said woman. Because that's who you should be trying to train. Because guys aren't hearing it. Was he trying to train guys? I didn't really listen to the video. I'm not sure. But if he was, this is why. Guys won't walk down that tree.
I'm not the you gotta go!
I don't like her.
I'm not.
Hey, I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking. You're gorgeous. I'm just telling you, you're gorgeous.
You gotta leave.
Girls swear that they want men to approach, and then they act like this. Sometimes they are the ones keeping themselves and everyone around them single. Literally nobody wants to deal with energy like that. And look, guys aren't perfect. Clearly this was not the best time, but if it was another dude who's tired of dating apps and tired of feeling lonely, finally worked up the courage to put himself out there, and this is the kind of reaction he got, that is probably his first and last time ever doing that. And the funny part is, I wasn't even talking to her. I was trying to compliment her friend in the back, and she jumps in, starts screaming and making a scene. Classic fridge protecting the snacks. So yeah, you can keep talking about why don't men approach us anymore? But when you act like this, you create the exact reality that you complain about. So when you're sitting in your 30s and thinking, where have all the good men gone? Rewind this clip and you'll have your answer.
Yes, you are the problem.
Women are upset that men aren't approaching them in public anymore.
No. In fact, I would like all men, except for my husband, of course, to stay away from me and learn to shut the
Women be saying that! Hold! Who is saying it? I want her name.
Ladies like this should just stay off the internet. Like seriously, you're married. So you're trying to deter guys from talking to ladies? and you're married, I'm sure most of them wouldn't appreciate this, right? They're struggling. They can't get anyone right now. And then you're talking like this. What's going to happen is guys will take what you said. Actually, I say this. As a man, she put up her finger saying she's married. Don't take what she said personal, right? Because she's out of the game. She's just one of those ladies who's stuck on feminism. Her man is probably a feminist, not digging it back out. You guys already know. A sad sap, right? Still sad, still trying to make you sad, makes her husband sad every day. I feel sorry for you, brother. I feel very sorry.
What kind of world do we live in where a normal, regular girl cannot find just a regular guy out here to date? Because these guys don't want a real woman. They want a fantasy.
Y'all keep flexing like y'all are. Y'all not.
To live in this fake fantasy world, they would rather jack off to some screen, to some robot, rather than actually deal with a real human being and what comes with that. You know why? Because it's easier. And I am done. I'm done.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
Stop telling me to go meet someone in the wild when I go in the wild and someone will be staring at me the whole entire night and won't come say hi. How many more times is that going to happen?
Welcome to the new world.
How many more times am I going to be in the bar, playing pool, at the coffee shop, on a walk, and I will be staring down another person who is staring me down, smiling across the table, whatever, and you don't come say hi? Oh my gosh. What am I meant to do, you guys? Am I gonna have, like, we always have to make the first move or something? Because, like, oh my.
So go watch Tinks's video. I'll link it below. But what this says is that 45% of men aged 18 to 25 have never asked a woman out in person. All right, hopefully you watched her video, because what she's saying is that that's bad, right? That
is it?
45% of men,
is it bad?
Young men, aren't asking girls out. And what's gonna happen now? What's gonna happen with AI chatbots? The fact that ChatGPT is now going to allow adult content on its platform. Like, that's bad, right? And I listened to a podcast this week with Scott Galloway, pearl clutching over the fact that, oh my God, ChatGPT is now going to be interactive with adult content. And what's so dumb, what's so goddamn stupid about all of this is that the reason boys, young men, 18 to 25, aren't asking women out in the first place is because of the adult content they already consume. This problem is not in the future. This problem is now. You are seeing the result of smartphones that are jammed, packed with endless, free, adult content.
It's not about
These
that.
boys who are
It ain't
now
about that, but all right.
18 to 25 have been watching adult movies since they were 8, 9, 10 years old. They were so raised on it and so impacted by it that they don't even bother to ask girls out. Why would they? They have all the tits and ass they want in the palm of their hands. I have written articles on this. I have made a bunch of videos on this. I have been talking about for years now. And what's even more wild is that on this podcast where Scott Galloway was talking about it, he said it's age gated. He says that adult content online is age gated just like gambling and just like cigarettes and alcohol. What internet are you using, Scott? Because I'll tell you what, I could hand my phone to a toddler right now and they could type in boobies and see every size and flavor imaginable. I don't know what the you're talking about, okay? But this problem These young men who have jerked themselves out of existence for the most part. These young men who don't have the mojo to ask a girl out, they don't have the mojo to get out of the basement, they don't have the mojo to go to school or get a job. These young men got this way because in 2008, we decided to jam all earthly delights into a palm-sized device that they could take into their bedroom.
I don't think that's what it is. No, y'all are just insufferable.
Gone were the days of having to sit, in the.
Y'all are just insufferable. We've been having porn since the 60s, man. I mean, that's what Playboy was. Before I had a cell phone, man, we had the Sears catalog, and you looked at the lingerie section and you jack off. I mean, come on, bro. It has nothing to do with porn. It has nothing to do with porn. Yes, I believe that porn has a big detrimental effect to the ability to pair bond, just the same way as hoeing around probably has a detrimental effect to pair bonding. But the problem is that 90% of women now are insufferable. They're opportunists, and they no longer know how to what's the word? Disguise the things that they want to get out of a man in lieu of. And the in lieu of part is in asterisks of in lieu of relationships, in lieu of sex, in lieu of financial gain. They don't know how to differentiate between the idealism of love and romanticism and prostitution. And that's mainly because of the world that we live in and the media that was feeding and propagating around people in general, especially the teenage to mid to late 20s. No, people no longer have the wherewithal to actually see the good in bonding with one another, especially on that level. And that has absolutely nothing to do with porn. It has absolutely nothing to do with that. It's just literally the insufferability of the people that they end up encountering. And it feeds into the world that we see around us, and then it continues to propagate because the sheer mass of people that actually all follow the exact same ideology that most men that are mostly conservative as far as relationships and family building and whatnot go, just ain't vibing with. It's just that simple. It literally is just that simple. It ain't got nothing to do with porn. You need to fix your fucking attitude. And we probably
at
would
the
care
desk,
less, or
in
we
the
probably care
kitchen,
more.
or wherever, in front of, God and everyone, right? Maybe you got to see something download over time. Maybe you got to find a Playboy in the woods. Maybe you got to see a VCR tape that your friend had or something like that. Instead, it's all in the palm of their hands. And you think
No.
that them being able to talk to it is gonna make that big of a difference? Like men wanna hear a bitch say anything to start with. Okay? So those pearls you're clutching now, they done been clenched. They should have been anyway. For 15 years now. What we are seeing with young men now is the result of free online adult content access. We gave them all crack, and walked away.
You
What are
don't
you
think
doing
the same
to
thing happened
change
with the
that?
women?
Actually, a little upset this lady did that, right? She's trying to shame men when ladies,
Like what?
you women, are doing it almost as much. Maybe off maybe 30%, 40%, but still, you're doing it. It's a loneliness epidemic. Okay? I don't know if you're alone. You may be married. So for you to get on here and shame men, stop it. This is why guys don't talk to you, ladies.
With this guy who I think is attractive, has a good vibe. I sent him a DM. I got rejected, but the way that this man communicated and handled the situation was honestly so respectful and kind, which is bare minimum, but we don't really see this a lot with men. And if anything, it made him more attractive to me because I was like, oh, like this was a nice response. And also the fact that he can control lust. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm an attractive woman, I'm an intelligent woman, and you know, the fact that this man was able to respectfully decline because of the fact that he is not looking to date right now or whatever it might be. Maybe he's not attracted to me or doesn't feel the same vibe. So fine. But the way that he handled it was super respectful and no hard feelings. And this is the first time that I've actually been rejected since actively making, you know, choices in my dating life and consciously deciding what kind of energy I want in my life as opposed to just accepting whatever comes my way as a woman. But even then, even though rejection does suck, I have done so much work to become more confident and to be secure within myself that I don't need this man's validation. Like, this doesn't take anything away from me. I am still valuable. I'm still beautiful. I'm still intelligent. Like, it makes me think about all the men who get rejected and lash out and crash out and are violent towards women and are just so mean towards other people because they are so insecure. Like, if you think about how many men you've rejected and have been like, well, you're ugly anyway. And it's like, you must be so insecure because rejection is not that bad. It just, like, it doesn't, if you're a secure person, it doesn't take anything away from you. And if you genuinely value yourself and you think you're a good person and, you know, you just are secure, then that wouldn't bother you in the way that it didn't bother me. I'm like, so fine, whatever. But the way that men will expose themselves and expose their insecurities and the ways in which that they actually hate themselves, because when they get rejected, they literally become violent towards women. It's actually insane. Insane.
He asked for this. Look what this guy said. You're not intelligent enough to know you're not attractive. He was so right. Not going to say she was ugly. Well, she's about a 4. She thought she was higher. I'm just being real. I'm just being honest.
Always ask me, what happened to men today? Great question. What started out as a good thing, encouraging men to respect women, has swung way too far in the opposite direction. Now, a lot of men are terrified of women, so they wait for perfect conditions before making a move. But courage doesn't exist without risk, and women can't respect men who don't risk anything. So as a man, if you want to be seen as confident, you've got to be willing to look stupid, to get rejected, to be misunderstood. So start by taking small risks. Approach women when you're out and about. Initiate plans with them.
No.
You'd be surprised how fast it'll work, because women nowadays, they're not turned off by that kind of effort. They're starving for it.
I can hold y'all. Every time I look up, I see something about men ain't approaching no more. You know what I'm saying? Dating sucks. Honestly, my wallet loves this. But I got more money than I never had. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna lie. Keep this rolling, my boy. And I'm at peace. I got more money. My peace of mind back. Do what the I want to do when I want to do it. Whenever I want to.
When I want
I ain't
to.
gonna lie.
With no problem. You hear me?
Life.
9 out of 10 women will never understand why men can stare into a campfire alone, in quiet, and call it the best night of their life. Her mind demands constant distraction. Babe, let's go to Mykonos. Let's go on a boat. Let's watch Netflix. Vacations, parties, gossip. Anything but silence. Because silence exposes her emptiness. Solitude sharpens men. We call it strength. She calls it boring. After men turn 25 years old, every quiet night by a fire becomes a silent war against demons she'll never see. Women recharge in distractions. Men recharge in solitude.
Solves like, do you like women? What exactly is the tactic here? To beat down the self-esteem of all women collectively so that we have no choice but to lower our standards and accept your low effort / mediocre love attempts? I never said that men don't approach me when I go out. I was pointing out a pattern of behavior I was seeing at a party that I was at that I feel like is more representative of the average NYC man. Stingy men are a huge ick, so we are immediately not compatible. Reading through the comments in that last video, you guys sound pathetic. Why would any woman date you? Like being told off rip that you have zero desire to put in the effort to make any romantic connection work. Like you don't want to show interest by buying a drink. What is wrong with you? Who raised you? Like why do you think that's a good thing to admit on the internet? Like why go to parties then? What was the point of getting dressed? That particular party was not free, so why would you pay for a ticket? As a man hearing these questions, if your mind immediately jumps to I'm accusing you of being gay, then you just don't have the critical thinking skills required to like meaningfully engage in this discussion. Because it goes beyond buying drinks. It really just communicates that in a relationship, you are not willing to do the things that you know will make your partner happy or feel desired. And fear of rejection, like for real. You know who has a real reason to fear rejection? Women. Like we can literally die over a man's ego. Get some confidence and figure it out because insecure men are literally a danger hazard for women. I've had a man literally chase me down the street and try to throw water bottles at my head simply because I didn't respond to a compliment that he gave me.
Do you like women?
Because I was walking down the street with headphones in. That is something to be scared of.
What are men doing wrong?
Oh, a lot. Whether it's the chicken or the egg, the men are not asking women out. Now, the bottom line is we're having a problem post-pandemic where men are not asking women out. I don't know if it's a white man disease right now.
I think it's soy milk.
They're afraid they're going to get like canceled.
My experience pre-Lauren, when I was running around my single days, like we didn't have the apps, and if you saw a woman, you had to go up.
Right. At the bar, the restaurant, the gas station, they used to come up to you at Whole Foods and say, hey, can you help me with this? Is this a good salad dressing?
Yeah, and you had to show you were interested, and you had to say something.
Take their number.
It is harder, I think, and also because of that.
But you saw what you're getting in person, so you knew that it wasn't a lie on the apps.
And because of that, also, I think when you found somebody, you were much more
interested.
Yeah, you stayed longer.
The level of interest is higher.
Yeah, and I didn't have 18 other options, right? There's,
If this doesn't work out, I'm going to go to the next one.
Now it's like, hey, I have 15 things. They didn't check one of the things. Let me swipe 18 other times. I'm done with this.
Brothers, what we do in life echoes in eternity. Hold the line. Stay with me.
So he's coming. That's insane. That entire video was just them complaining about exactly what they asked for about a year ago. This shit's insane. Insane.
We're also following breaking news out of the tech world tonight that you may have heard about. Amazon set to announce massive layoffs. As many as 30,000 corporate job cuts. That according to Reuters. CNBC reporting it will be the largest cuts in the company's history. NBC's Christine Romans joins us now on set. Christine, so great to see you and talk to you. This is a huge headline, and it's sort of wild because it's one of the biggest companies in the world. And if they're cutting 30,000 people, what does that say for other companies across the country?
And they're cutting things like advertising and HR and cloud. They're cutting white-collar jobs. 10% of their corporate office jobs here is what these reports are. Amazon, of course, not commenting, but these are supposed to start tomorrow. These pink slips will start tomorrow. And I think it shows you that using AI for cost cutting is essentially the holy grail for these big companies. They want to use artificial intelligence to figure out how to take out layers in the office, how to make people more productive, and how to move some of this work to other functions, AI functions.
And we were just talking about AWS, I think, last week with your colleague Brian Chung here. Explain to our viewers, this is sort of scary. We don't want to scare people out there, but Amazon is a tech company. They're obviously invested in AI. We just had Vicky Wynn here talking about AI in the stock rooms. This is different, though, because they have the technology to do AWS, but they're also cutting through AI. And it's kind of putting those two ideas together, right?
Yeah, and it's really interesting to me. They grew like gangbusters through the pandemic, added all these workers, and then realized they had too many workers, and they cut 27,000. I think in 2022 they had a huge downsizing, and this is on top of that. This is even bigger than that, Tom, if it's indeed 30,000 jobs.
And it's your understanding it's because of AI, they're figuring out jobs that AI can take, some of them?
They're cutting costs. Andy Jassy, the CEO this summer, in a memo to employees in June, said they would do everything and they would use any technology they could to cut costs.
What people don't understand is these companies are not beholden to the workers. They are beholden to shareholders. And so when you are looking to a company or the federal government, because the federal government has laid off a lot of people also, when you are looking to a company to save you, when you are looking to them to keep you, when I tell people that they need to go into degree programs, and now it's going to be a little bit different. I think that you now have to figure out how to create a job for yourself. And I'm going to get into that here, and I'm going to also get into it on the Millionaire Morning Show.
I agree.
You have to understand that it's the investors are the ones that profit, and so they have to bring shareholder value. And if they can cut costs, especially a person like this, who the CEO of Amazon is the former AWS boss who was promoted, then they will do that. And so you can't look to these companies to save you, and you got to get a degree if you're going to go into the corporate workforce that is going to add value to the company. It's not about just getting a degree. I know it's a lot of women that was complaining. I got review videos that's coming up where women were basically saying, I can't believe it. I was got 2 degrees. Yeah, but you got it in underwater basket weaving and psychology. If you don't have it in AI machine learning, if you can't leverage this in order to go
Underwater
into certain
basket weaving
degree fields
is hilarious.
as an engineer of some sort, if you don't have a physical, and this is one of the things that's going to be big, I think, going forward, but it also.
I completely agree. Now, I've been doing what I've been doing for a long time, man, and to be honest with you, I continuously go out and try to find different certifications to certify the fact that I am doing what I'm supposed to be doing. Just recently, and I mean, a lot of jobs are doing this, is making people reapply for their current job that they're working. You want to know why I'm not worried about that so much? Because I got certifications that say that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So when I go into this interview process for this job that I'm already doing, they have way less likelihood of saying you're not qualified because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I want to do something different, I got other certification for that too.
Upends the whole work from home culture, because those jobs are going to be highly sought after, way more highly sought after. You're going to have to get a physical job, which is going to, in my opinion, absolutely decimate the possibility of women being able to compete, because they can't physically compete the way that men do, and they generally don't go into STEM field programs. I think healthcare is going to be big. Of course, we already know AI, every prompt engineering, AI, machine learning, all of that type of stuff. I talk about it on the Patreon. But you're going to have to become something that physically requires you to be there. Plumbers, electricians, skilled trades, I believe, is going to continue to boom, all of that type of stuff. But when it comes to these companies and corporations like Amazon, and any corporation for that matter, because usually what happens is the tech world is the ones that do things first. And then what follows after is all of the other industries start to follow in their footsteps and trickle down. And so you have to start adjusting. If I am a person that is in the workforce, and I retired at the end of 2024, actually I retired in 2019 first, and then I got brought back into corporate America, and then I retired again in 2024. If I am a person that is in corporate America, I am already investing in myself. I'm already developing a new skill set. I'm already getting a hustle, and I'm creating a job for myself, because I think that that's where the new economy is going to go. But people that are waiting for somebody to happen or waiting for a job to come to them, they're going to be the first ones to get slaughtered.
This is something that the companies all across the board have been doing since the pandemic era, what they call overhiring. A lot of these companies saw the growth in how people were relying on tech during the pandemic when they were home. They were obviously ordering a lot more from Amazon because they didn't want to go to the grocery store if they were at-home workers. And the company hired to accommodate that. And now they don't need as many people. But I heard your earlier point, Carol, about AI. I think that's part of it. But I also think that part of it is when these companies go through periods of opportunity where they see a lot of growth, they're seeing that trend line and they're hiring for the future. We're seeing it right now with AI. People are building out, these companies are building out data centers. They don't know if they're actually going to need all of that capacity long term, but they better make that deal today or else they might not have it when they need it. So we do see a lot of anticipatory investment from these tech companies over time that sometimes they need to pull back on. In big tech, we haven't seen as big a pullback as we have in the past few years since the pandemic. It's really been a change in the culture, this drive for efficiency, for reducing bureaucratic bloat. And it's not just a line they're throwing out there. We are seeing my colleague Matt Day wrote a really interesting story I encourage everyone to read about AWS and how AWS was at the forefront of cloud, really inventing the market. And in the era of AI, they have fallen back in preference for startups. They had that big outage we talked about last time I was on this show. And some of the employees are attributing that to bloat, to this bureaucratic culture, too many people working on the same things and things not getting done fast enough. So I think, although I hate to see people lose their jobs, I think that is where a lot of this is coming from, the idea that we need these companies in the age of AI to be working faster to try to catch their competitors.
I see. So what they're basically saying is that it's a combination of the fact that they overhired, in addition to the idea that they have to create synergy. And what synergy is you have so many different people doing the same jobs, but then as they merge technologies and also in the era of AI, you're able to do things a lot more efficiently, which means that you don't need as many workers doing the same thing. Also, on top of that, they're saying that they're preparing. And with the let me address the overhiring thing. It used to be a time where you used to have to compete for workers that had a certain skill set. And so back during the pandemic, a lot of people was just getting certificates. They were doing boot camps, all of that type of stuff, right? But you're going to have to be essential to the company. You're going to have to be a person that adds value to the company in order for you to be able to compete for certain jobs. Otherwise, then you're just going to have to be able to compete to be a regular worker. And that's not going to pay a lot of money. But I do see more layoffs. And the interesting thing about that, it's not like the companies are suffering. Back in 2008, when everybody was laying off, everybody was basically bleeding money. I was looking at the latest profitability. I was looking at Ford's growth. I was looking at a lot of these different companies. They are solidly profitable and they are beating as far as the different quarters, but they are still becoming more lean, more efficient, more profitable. And the value is going to the people that are invested in the company. We should have been, for a long time, talking about investing in companies instead of taking vacations and making ourselves feel good. That way we wouldn't be impacted and we would be profiting off of the decisions that they are making today. Let me know what y'all think inside of the comments. Make sure y'all tap into the Patreon. We're going to talk about Stock Club tomorrow. Link is in the description. Teach Henley, 40% off your first order, 20% off for life. I'll keep y'all posted.
Yeah. You got to do more. You got to do more. If you expect to get more or even equal to what you already got, man, you got to do more now. Ain't no bullshit time. Ain't no time to bullshit.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo
Do you think women are more attracted to the man that is less flamboyant or more?
Well, I think women are extremely attracted to manly men who do man stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, in this city, you see a lot of flash and flamboyant.
I don't like it.
But that goes with that job that they do.
Does it?
That lifestyle that they live.
Is it real?
Yeah. Because believe it or not, those dudes, they still attract a lot of women.
I'm sure, but I think they attract a certain type of woman.
They doing what they want.
Yeah, I think honest, this is what I think. You tell me what's the truth.
Okay.
When I look at a man that is very flashy, it's almost like the bait, right? He's baiting a certain type of fish.
Right.
One type of bait that works for a salmon is not going to work for tilapia. It's made in a lab. We all know that. But what I'm saying is it's a different bait that you have to use in order to get that fish. I just so happen to think that men that are more flashy to bait certain types of women are baiting the right now, next weekend, the weekend after that, next 3 months, maybe you get to 6, and then I'm on to the next. And by the way, while I'm with you, I have 3 others. I don't feel like men that are super flashy are committal.
Why not?
I think why? What is the point of doing all of that? It's so much.
They like it. Okay, what's flashy? Because it's very subjective. Some people say a person with a diamond chain, like a tennis chain, is being flashy. Some people say a bust down rollie is. Some people just say a rollie is. I need to know, what do you consider flashy? If a guy gets Rolexes, he's a collector of Rolexes. Like, how do you know this person is actually being flashy, or this person has these things because they just like these things? Majority of women are perfectly fine with the guy that's flashy if he has the money that comes along with it. Because if he ain't got the money and he a flashy person, a person with fake Jordans. If you got fake Jordans and then they find out you can't afford a meal, or if your Jordans are real and you still gotta ride the bus, if you got that and you ride the bus, you're crazy. So no, I don't even think women have a problem with a guy that's flashy if the nigga got money with it.
They like it though, and it's not just to attract women. Like a lot of dudes who are flashy, they use the flash to attract opportunities also.
What kind of opportunities? I think that's also.
It depends on the industry.
Also.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, let's say if you were.
Plus, the old saying is, if you look like you
make money,
you can make money.
I think you can look like you make money without being flashy.
Yeah.
I think there's a very well put together, well groomed. Like, we know a man that is doing okay. It doesn't necessarily matter what he has on. I think that's just an easy. It's like.
I need you to tell me, what does a person look like? A person who looks like they make money without being flashy. Because once again, we're just in a world of subjective right now. Like, this is all opinionated. Like, I'm lost right now because I don't know what you're actually talking about. Let's use me. I like to wear, besides when I'm dressing here because I'm just comfortable, I like to wear high-waisted linen pants with loafers. And guess what? I also will wear a gold chain. I got my ear. What's flashy? Is a person dressed like old money? Is that flashy? But they definitely look like they make money. The idea of looking like you make money, it has to be a thing, because a Rolex, you know how much a Rolex costs? If you're wearing a Rolex, it's flashy now. I don't know. I'm confused because I'm in this world of subjectiveness. It's just a bunch of opinions going around.
Women that are dressed in like a sleazy way, where it's like everything is out, it's just an easy way to show what you got.
Yeah.
And you're going to get on that level of what you got.
But you got to keep in mind, they're using what they have to attract people who like this stuff.
But the problem is, what they have doesn't keep them.
It's not about keeping them all the time. Nobody's really thinking long term.
You don't think?
I don't.
I think all women want to be married. 99% of women want to be married. And I think a lot of women are now saying they don't want to be married because they've had so much rejection, or haven't been married, or there's no actual pursuit in marriage, or they're sleeping with so many different people that now they're saying, I don't want marriage. Why do we need marriage? Marriage doesn't matter.
I believe, but even with all the stuff you're saying, I think a lot of that might be true, but I believe women want to get married to a specific person, just a specific thing. They have an actual thing in their head. if you don't hit every one of these things, they just want you to give them stuff. To the truth, I think that's even with that guy. So do women want marriage? Women want men to propose to them so they can validate themselves. I think most women just want validation, which marriage is. I want to go down the aisle and all that. Why? Because then everybody know that somebody wanted me forever. Like I believe that's what majority of women want. I don't even know if they actually want marriage. I think society just told them that. So now they just go along with it. But inside, deep inside, they just want validation. Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
The reverse psychology of it.
Yeah. That's what I think. You think most women want to be married?
Possibly. But I think if you really just put them in a situation where it's like, you want to get married for real right now, everything's paid for right here, I don't think they'll do it. I think it's just
they'll do it. They'll do it and then they'll leave. Fact. Because society has already made them perfectly fine with stepping in and then hopping out. No, they'll do it. They will definitely do it, but then they will definitely hop out whenever they feel pleased. It could be next month. It could be next year, but they would take the first step because that's something that they've been told that they want, and then they'll hop out when they don't want to do it no more.
a great talking point.
I
don't think nobody really ready to lock in forever. Like right now. Like if you had to really just like lock in right now.
Yeah.
New life. Throw all your hoes away.
Yeah.
No spinning the block.
Yeah.
No DMs, no just one person. Not a lot of people don't want to do that right now.
You don't think so?
Nah. There's too much going on.
Well, to be honest, I don't think a lot of women actually believe they deserve it.
What you mean?
I don't think a lot of women. I'm gonna go all the way.
Go ahead, say it.
I feel like because we are living in a world right now where we have so many single moms, and I think that a lot of single moms are softening their sons and hardening their daughters. I think that women that didn't have a father in the home, it's like a wound, like a deeply embedded wound for a lot of women, not all women. But when that happens, it's almost like, why wouldn't I choose a man that would leave because my dad did? Why wouldn't I choose a man that didn't show me that I was enough because that's what my dad didn't do that? You know, like why would I? But I think that for a woman that actually values marriage, even with the fear, because there is a thing about being afraid of commitment, but still doing it anyway. It's like building business. I hate every step that I've had to take and build brick by brick by brick by brick, but also that's the most beautiful part about it. So if you really want something, you move in alignment with that thing. And what we have in our life is a reflection of what we believe we deserve. So if you feel like having frivolous sex with strangers all the time as a woman, I think that's some level of trauma and mental illness.
It may be, but it may be a choice also.
Most cases, it's not.
I think everybody got some healing to do.
I think we all do too.
Yeah.
But I do think that there are certain things that we as women could control.
Well, I think a lot of women, do want the aspect of marriage, but they don't want the responsibility of being a wife.
Do you think men want the responsibility of being a husband?
Of course. I think most men want a family and some loyalty and somebody that's going to love them. And
from one woman?
Yeah.
Do you think he could be faithful? Do you think all men cheat? All men that have options cheat?
Nah.
No?
Nah. You'd be surprised how much men don't cheat.
Really?
Yeah, I'd say majority of men don't cheat. What he's saying is just true. I think that's like a thing that women have in their head where, oh my God, the guy I get with is gonna cheat, because the guy you want, that sizzles in your spirit. The guy you want is the one who gets multiple women. Yeah, that other guy who can't get none, he will be happy with one lady. But the guy you want is the reason why you have this thing. It was like, think about it. Just a second ago, they talked about trauma. That's a trauma thing as well. I say most guys cheat. No, they don't. You keep picking a specific type of guy that cheat, or the people you know pick a specific type of guy who cheats. So now you just believe that majority of guys cheat when y'all keep running into the same guy. Y'all keep running into Carl, the serial cheater. So technically, that right there is trauma as well. So just letting you know.
Though that's like controversial, but Men turn down a lot of opportunities too.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? When everyone is saying it's animalistic, it's in their nature, it's all these things, like why?
It is, but it's not though, because we're not going. We like I can't say we do all the time, but sometimes men weigh out the consequences of the good and the bad. Men 100% know when they have a good woman, and we recognize when we mess it up.
Yeah.
After a while, you know, when you're young and you're a young man and you got a lot of fire and testosterone, of course you're going to want to see the world. But then as you get older and you start to realize that, hey, some of this stuff, it's not worth it. It's just sex. I got something real. I got somebody who I can trust. I got a lady I can throw my card that I know she gonna do the right thing, or I know she gonna take care of this for me. And we started this business together, and she do my payroll, and it's just not worth it.
Have you ever experienced that type of woman?
Seeing that kind of work no more.
Yes.
Why didn't you marry her?
Why didn't I marry her? I wasn't ready to get married. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I hadn't been in a good relationship. For a extended amount of time. So I felt like the process is you get with somebody, you be a girlfriend, then you have a nice run on that, then you move up to fiance and then see how that works, then you make her your wife. We just never really got through the steps for me. Yeah.
How long do you think it takes a man to know if he's ready to like marry that woman? Maybe not when he proposes, but the awareness of like, oh yeah, that's a wife. That should really be my wife.
It varies from man to man. Because believe it or not, all men, we have our life planned out too. We got certain goals we want to accomplish before we start thinking about a family and things of that nature. So it varies. Some men can get married at 18 and be married their whole life. Some men, it take 35, 40, 45, 50. You know?
I think most men are like 45 to 55. I think that's when men hit their like real stride of you're established. Because this is what I think. Tell me if I'm crazy.
Plus, a lot of men haven't got the opportunity to deal with the kind of women that they want to deal with.
Why is that?
Just lack of opportunity.
What do you mean? There's always opportunity to meet fire women.
Y'all always act like it's just a whole lot of great women out here.
I think there are.
Definitely is not. I don't even know why you said it out loud. You really got popular on YouTube, Sarah, by going against women at first. And then we found out you had this other agenda. You want women to become this almost boss lady thing where you gotta be real strict on stuff.
Ramses is the number one. His legs are number one. His eyes are number one. His muscles are number one.
That was wild for you to say that. You think there's a lot of good women. No, there's
crazy as hell.
Not. Heck, it's not even a lot of good men out there.
It's not.
I have a friend circle, and I feel like
you only can relate to your circle of friends. Nope. We're talking about the world, not the 4 women you know that are good women. Talking about in the world. We go out everywhere. We go to Miami, to Vegas, to All-Star Weekend, and we meet a lot of women. That don't mean that we meet a lot of great women, though.
Damn.
Yeah. Like I was saying earlier, you meet a lot of women that you can do stuff for, that want you to take them out and spend money and treat them a certain way. But you don't get nothing back in return. It's very rarely that you meet somebody who can at least meet you in the middle.
Okay, so for the women that are listening, what do you expect a woman to give you in return?
This is the thing, ladies.
Loyalty,
We're not
time.
looking for you to buy us nothing or take us anywhere. It's all about how you treat us, how you make us feel. Do you respect us? You don't have to listen to our every commandment. Do you listen? Can you hear me? Can we work this out? Can we talk? You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's a lot of intangible things that men are looking for. How you act around people, how you treat people, how do people receive you? Do you walk in the room and suck the air out of it, or are you a delight to be around?
Oh, okay.
Are you great at conversation? Are you smart? Do you have goals? Do you have anything going on? Or are you sitting on social media arguing in the comments?
Ooh, child.
It's a big red flag when
Right.
you see her under the shade room post arguing. You're like, oh my God, you're a bird.
This kind of
And we let a lot of that slide because sometimes they be beautiful and you be like, just have to overlook the brains part. But
dang,
we do that.
What's up, guys? Sarah Fontenot here. I just had to pause this episode really quick to
Fontenot?
let you know, if you have not yet, click the link below
I did
for
not know
our
that's how she
ebook,
pronounced her name.
How to
It's
become
crazy.
a more
Fontenot.
feminine woman. People ask me these things. These are actionable 10 quick steps, intro to femininity, with a video that goes over some things in even more detail. So that's for you. Make sure to click that link below and get your ebook on how to increase your femininity. 10 really simple steps. Love you guys. Now let's get back to it. Would you rather be with a beautiful idiot, meaning their IQ is low, or a universally unattractive great partner?
Take the beautiful idiot. Why are y'all looking at me like that? She can learn.
Whoa,
She can learn.
What if she can't?
Her looks and my brains, we could go a long way.
What?
Yeah. Real
Truly.
talk.
Yeah.
You would see, and this is why I tell women, do the best with your genetic potential. Men are aesthetic.
We are.
They want you to look, but I'm trying to tell you, so many men will be like, we
They will
don't
give
care.
you the popular answer. I'll take the beautiful idiot though.
Really?
Absolutely.
Do you think most men would take the beautiful idiot?
Yes.
Yes.
Any man who's dealt with women, whether they be attractive or unattractive, they know that for a fact. People treat you different when your lady's unattractive.
They treat you different?
They treat you, yeah, they
They
judge
treat the
you.
man different?
They judge you based off your lady. Absolutely.
What you?
Definitely true. If your lady is unattractive, well, that's, I ain't gonna lie, you, it's somewhat of like insecurity. It's somewhat of an insecurity that guys have, but he's right. If your lady is unattractive, you're the butt of a joke. Two
Right.
things. If your lady is unattractive or your lady has been around the block, guys are gonna say something about you. Now think about like, your lady being unattractive. If she does all the woman stuff she's supposed to do, I told you it's the thing that I think a lot of guys need to fix. Like me, like, who would you get with? How unattractive are you? Is it your body? Like, is your face like destroyed? Like, what is it? Because if it's your body or something like that, we can fix that. We can fix that.
Yeah.
Because if you're
Yeah.
intelligent and you listen, that's what I need. If you listen, we can get you in shape. The beautiful idiot, she ain't gonna listen. She's an idiot. She's not gonna listen. This is downhill for me. I want kids, and I want my kids to be smart. You tell me a person who had a house built with a slanted, destroyed hammer. The idiot wife is the destroyed, ugly looking hammer. Can't build a house with that.
She's a reflection of you.
Okay.
So if you have an unattractive woman, and you say you're in a business setting, right? You bring her around, they're gonna look at you like you don't make good decisions.
Wait. You're saying if you're in a business meeting and your woman comes in and she's unattractive, they think you don't make good. What if she's smart?
Men don't do a lot of business with men who are like, who that's your thing. Like you have 4, 5s, and 6s around. You can get a lot more opportunities as a man from other men if they know that you're a guy that brings around a nice atmosphere when you're around.
Mm-hmm.
Like you, the guy that all the women like.
Yeah.
He's gonna get some opportunities based off that.
Yep.
Believe it or not.
Well, they talking about business right now. I'm talking about your future, your life. Well, business is also your life. I'm talking about your children. F the business sometimes. What about your children?
Yeah. You know those guys in the NBA that sit on the bench? Why you think they still on the bench? They bring something to the table. It's just not what they want to put on the floor. Absolutely.
They just.
Right. It's not even the superstars who like get all the women. It be the dudes who just on the team.
That's true.
Absolutely.
That's definitely true.
Yeah, so when the superstar, when he want to party, who he call? That dude that sit at the end of the bench, because that's the dude who got the time and the patience, and he can call 20, 30 chicks to come hang out with 4 NBA players. That's his role. He's a role player. He going to be taken care of as long as he's that guy.
What is happening?
You need to talk to him more. Because you act like all this is shocking.
Kenny's too kind.
No, he's not.
Kenny's in a
Kenny
whole
out here living.
relationship.
Kenny is living.
Nah, this man's tucked away.
Good.
He's got a wife.
And you know what we say when we see guys like Kenny who do that? It's just like we get a salute. He graduated. He's getting out of here.
Yeah.
He found him one.
Yeah.
He got something he like to
And
look
she's
at.
pretty.
She feed him.
She got real hair.
Look
That
how
long and
good and
curly.
healthy his beard is.
It's true.
It wasn't like that till he got with her.
He tapered up in the back. He got the taper happening. He got a fresh cut. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, this is.
She said, "Babe, put your watch on." See?
I mean, we
That's
do
the
that.
type of stuff, bro. When
That's-
you get somebody who can complete you and bring you all together and make you a whole package. That's what we're looking for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel like do you think you can turn, I'm asking men this question now because I've answered on the internet, but do you feel like you can turn a hoe into a housewife?
Hoes make the best housewives.
Why?
Because they know what men like.
That's
why
true.
they successful hoes.
That's
You never
true.
seen a hoe in action?
No.
Go to a Super Bowl party.
Okay.
Go to a Super Bowl party. Watch how a hoe work the room.
How she do it?
She know how to talk to every dude in there.
Okay.
The hoe is bringing the chips out. She gonna stay a little later, hit them dishes.
That's not a hoe. I do that.
But I'm saying though, the hoes know what men like. They study men the same way. Like they got it. You could put them in a room with anybody, and they
But
gonna
I'm
find.
saying if
they gonna
she's
find
ran
the money.
through.
They gonna find the opportunities.
I disagree with what you're saying because I do all these things that you're saying, and I have never been a hoe a day of my life.
I believe it.
Promiscuously.
I believe it. I believe it.
So I'm saying,
Promiscuously. You
like,
heard how she added that
promiscuous
modifier?
women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you would you marry a promiscuous
Would
woman?
I?
Yeah.
At this age, I don't think that it's avoidable.
He has a point. It's not avoidable. It's not avoidable. I guess it's not avoidable for him, at least. But for a lot of guys, it's gonna as your age grow up, it's gonna soon as become unavoidable to meet these things. But based off the thing they were just talking about, a 304. Oh, that she would make a great housewife. Just nobody wants her. Really think about that. A man with no job. There is men out there with no job, no work experience, and they can make some great protectors and husbands. They're just missing out on the one thing: the money, the providing part. The lady, she could do all the stuff. She could take care of that guy. She could probably take care of children. She could probably do all types of things. Guess what she can't do? She can't take away those bodies. That's what she can't do. He's correct when it comes to that. If he ain't willing to go down in age, then it's almost inevitable. He got to.
What?
I don't.
How?
Think about it, right? I'm 42.
Okay.
If I meet a woman who's 42,
Yeah, she
she
definitely.
been for the last 27 years. That's
Right.
a lot.
Yes, it is.
That's if she's been single for 27 years.
She probably has.
And
for most
I
of
feel like at least every woman, for the most part, most of them go through a celibacy stage.
No.
That's a goddamn lie. Who told you that? You're projecting, Sarah. No, they don't. Most women don't go through no whatever. That thing where, I'm gonna keep my body to me. Guys, get up off me. They don't do that. You mean they tell certain guys that they're going through that, but then the other guys they sleep with. Don't you play these games? No, they don't. That's a small number again.
Oh, that's a trick.
No, it's not.
That's a trick.
It's not.
All right.
All right. I'm okay. All right. You got it.
I'm a
You got
woman.
it.
I'm
You
just
got
saying, most women, now there are a lot of women that are like, I've never done this before.
All
And
right.
then I'm sure they do.
I'm gonna do one of those man on the street interview things for you, and I'm gonna go outside and I'm just gonna walk up to some ladies and ask, when the last time you had sex? I bet you the average answer is about between 3 to 9 months ago.
No.
Every time we meet a woman, they tell us this. I haven't had sex in so long, I haven't been dealing with anybody. It's the same script every time.
So do you believe when a woman is actually celibate? How do you know when she's actually
I don't
celibate?
believe nobody's celibate. I don't believe that. How much you gotta do that you need a break?
That's funny.
Right.
That's funny.
No, I don't never
It's
believe
not that you need a break. It's that you are preserving your body.
There's nothing left. There's nothing left. What are you saving?
I disagree with you. I personally feel like if you've been in relationships, number one, you've already been preserved. And while you've been single, stop letting these men these men baby mama you or just one night
You
you.
ain't letting these men. It's like two people to do this.
No.
There are no victims in this.
No, there's no victims. But look, men sleep with who they can and marry who
Men
they
sleep
want.
with who they want to.
No, they sleep with who they can and they marry who they want. Women sleep with who they want and marry who they can.
It sounds great.
I'm just saying. So if a woman doesn't want to sleep with you, you don't sleep together. If she's not giving you no play, you ain't getting it. There's no way.
That's that day.
Okay, so then you keep trying. You never know. If you're persistent, maybe you'll get it, but maybe
You
you
don't
won't.
have to be persistent. Just stay alive.
You think the standard is that low?
Be alive.
Yeah.
Stick around.
The standard is
Yeah.
that low?
Absolutely.
It's the
I'm so
bars
glad
in
you've been
hell
out
when it
these
come down to
streets for
women
a
trying to
long
give you
time.
some
These
ass.
streets
They're gonna
are
give it to you
treacherous.
eventually.
There's all kinds of things going on out here in these streets.
Big screen. Oh, okay. First, I want to address that one thing. Man, is it just me? This right here is going to be controversial, and I'm willing to do it. If you are, let's say if I was 40 something, I'm not. But let's say if I was 40 something, you know why what he said to me made sense? Like, oh man, she's 40 something. Man, you've been doing a whole lot of sleeping around. What if she been in a relationship for this whole time? She been sleeping with that same guy for a long time. That man has destroyed them walls. Like they're his. They're his now. I look at women for JJ. I don't look at women for JJ based off of body count. Anybody who asks me about body count, I don't care. I don't pay body count attention. I pay how many times that thing have been used. That's what I care about. The same guy could have did it 50 times. Your body count is 50. You let that sizzle in your spirit, right? That's how I look at it. You're his wife. If he slept with you, I don't know, there's a number out there. I just gotta think about it. If he slept with you, a certain number that I can think of, you're his wife. If we go by the Bible, one time you're his wife.
One time is it.
Celibacy. I know, but I ain't doing that. Yo, you think I trust you? I don't trust Nan, nigga. I don't trust Nan Heifer, okay? You can't play these games with me. Pretty sure most people gonna disagree with that thing I said. Body count? Nah, man, if you've been sleeping with the same guy for multiple times, that's your husband. You should go get with him. Go ahead and let him knock you up. That's the only thing you missing out on. But one thing he tells correct, I know a lot of guys also wouldn't say, women that be in these streets, yeah, they know exactly what a man wants. It's just they did something that a guy like this, I can't look past that. Just like how a lady, you know what a woman can't look past? They can't look past you not having a job. Zero work experience. I don't even know how this is gonna work. That's how I think women would think about it. If you're a lady who slept with a lot of guys, aka you were a streetwalker, I can't look past it. It's very hard. Even if I look past it, give me 4 months, I'm gonna wake up out of a dream sweating, thinking, oh, this ain't gonna work. For some reason, I woke up and now I got like some type of flesh-eating thing happening to my kneecap or something. I don't know. I was sweating and I was scared. I ain't gonna lie, man. Carlos is right about a lot of things. That's that country. That's that Southern spirit right there. He's a respectable Southerner.
Oh, that doo-doo, baby.
That boy said, I'm gonna wake up out my sleep with some flesh-eating thing on my kneecap, and I'm just gonna be like, I can't do it. That's fucking hilarious. I ain't gonna lie, that's hilarious as a motherfucker. There we go. Yeah. That's funny. Some flesh-eating thing on my kneecap is hilarious.
Ignore the rhetoric, ignore the propaganda, and realize that I am not your competition. I am your completion. The Bible says it is better for a man to live in the roof of his house than be in a house with a quarrelsome woman. Calm all that down. All that sprinkle, calm that down. If you are so talented, so gifted, so degreed, so smart, how you let dumb niggas nut up in you and make babies?
You over here talking?
Without a ring.
Dave Anderson, stop blaming the system. Build our own. Uh-oh, I already know I'm going to say something that's going to make somebody mad. Let's get
All of these shows that are scripted, and you sit up there and you say, I want a man who's a provider. No. Your husband is supposed to be a provider. We out of whack. Iyanla Van Zandt told y'all was out of order, and nobody wanted to hear it.
So maybe I feel like with the submission thing, I feel like
because that's like a hot topic on the podcast world with submission. But we keep telling black women to submit to men that don't have their life together.
Who said that?
How can you submit? How can you submit to a man who doesn't submit to God? Everybody's not like you.
I understand that.
You are like in the rare percentage.
I get that.
You must know that there are a lot of black men who don't move like you, who are not successful, who don't want to go to school, who don't want to do anything with their life, who don't have any finances, who don't have any ambition, who have nothing to offer but some dick.
Okay.
So how can you keep telling? And let's talk about it let's talk about it. Black women are.
She's just talking about the guys that she chooses to date.
Right.
In record numbers going to college. We're opening degrees. We're getting accolades. We're running nonprofit. We're running.
And another thing that y'all also are doing are asking men continuously for money. So all of those things do not equate to a financial happiness. You're looking to men for financial happiness. He can be as bum as he wants to be. You're looking at him for financial happiness, financial completion, which means that you're not on the right path either. So what, he can't stand up to whatever the ideal that you want to put him up to. You're not standing up to his ideal of whatever he wants to, what he wants you to be. Who cares? Do you like him? Does he like you? Do y'all work together? Can y'all complete a task together? Can y'all get past whatever the hell situations that y'all are currently dealing with together and go on to the other side and figure out how the hell to make this thing work? There you go. If you can't, then move on. If you can, that's your person. People are looking too much at all these vanity metrics that have nothing to do with a damn thing. And then they're out here still living in shacks and shit, trying to be prideful and not do what they need to do to go on and persevere and become better than what they are right now. That's the human condition. Continuously get better. And if you're not, then you're a scourge of the earth. It ain't hard. It ain't hard.
Running nonprofits. There's a large portion of black women who are
You could be doing all of that shit and still be broke.
and taking their lives to the next
Mentally and
level while
financially.
the black men are not reaching those goals. They're not meeting us on those levels.
This is such a thing that's been talked about in the black community for so long. Black men are failing, and that's why black women don't want to start families with black men. But we got to debunk this nonsense. So she talked about black women owning more businesses, and she's 100% right. 59% of black-owned businesses are owned by women. To keep going with what she's trying to say, it says here the number of black women-owned businesses has increased 3.5 times the rate of increase compared to black men-owned businesses, 68% and 19%. But here's the kicker, and this is what matters the most. Women business owners are less likely to be employers. Nearly 9 out of 10 women-owned businesses are sole proprietorships. And this is the part that matters the most. Businesses that have employees tend to bring in more receipts, while the average receipts of a non-employer firm with women ownership is $20,000.
So you ain't making no money. You have a business that's non-profitable. It is literally making enough money to continue to keep the lights on, period. And that's it.
So look, I'm not a hater. I'm not trying to knock anybody's hustle here, but the proof is in the pudding. 90% of these businesses are sole proprietorships, and number one, sole proprietorships don't really create opportunities because you're not hiring anybody. And number two, the average income that they're bringing in is $20,000. And if you read that article closely, it said in receipts, so that's not even including taxes. So the truth of the matter is you don't build a community on sole proprietor businesses. You build a community on family and having a strong working class. And when we're talking about black men, this is from the Institute of Family Studies. More than 1 in 2 black men, nearly 57%, have made it into the middle class or higher as adults today, up 38% from 1960. And the share of black men who are poor has fallen from 41% in 1960 to only 18%, and that was in 2016. So that was nearly a decade ago. So black men are doing better than ever. So if you're talking about this plethora of black men who can't keep a job and they're treating you poorly and they're uneducated and they're not making any money,
literally
they're broke, they don't
digging
got a
in a
pot to pee
haystack
in.
to
You're just talking
find the
about the
needle so you
demographic
can
of
talk
black
about the
men that you
needle.
choose today. But this is the point that I'm really making. About 70% of married black men are in the middle class, meaning their wives and their families are also in the middle class, compared to only 20% of never married black men. And that just proves my point even further. You don't build community through sole proprietor businesses and college degrees. You build your community based on how many people are married and having a strong working class. When black people weren't allowed to get married during slavery, they did things like jump the broom to show their commitment to each other anyway. And at one point, black people were the #1 married demographic in America. Most people don't have things and then get married. Most people get married and then they start to have things. That's how it works.
Exactly.
So if you refuse to get married because you're at odds with the opposite sex in your same race, then you're never going to start to build families, and the families are what drive the prosperity.
Black women are the largest group of entrepreneurs. They also have more degrees. There are more black women in the C-suite. And to quote Dr. Umar Johnson, you don't find that suspicious? You don't find that suspicious?
It's very suspicious.
You don't find that suspicious?
Go ahead.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
Black women also have the majority and the highest rate of student loan debt, which means your debt to income ratio is shot. Problem number one.
People look at a college degree as a status symbol instead of an investment. It doesn't matter if you get the degree. That doesn't prove your status. You have to then get the job to have the status. A lot of people just think that the degree equals status, and that's just not true.
Number two is you spend all that time getting these things on you and not getting any learning in you. Having more degrees than a thermometer does not mean that you understand the temperature of our people.
Exactly.
On top of that, I don't need a degree to tell you I'm a man. Most of my degrees are sitting in the drawer, and the rest of them are at my mama's house in Arizona. I ain't seen them. It don't matter.
Right.
Everything I learned in college was about happening outside of the classroom.
Exactly. About 50% of people who get a college degree won't even get a job in the field that they got the degree in. A lot of the stuff that I did in college revolved around trying to build connections and finding niches that I actually like. Like I was a part of marketing club. I was the vice president of the marketing club. And what we would have to do is we would have to go to local businesses and market for them. And the budget that they gave us, the money that they gave us would go to our group, and we would fund other projects through finding those contracts with people. But the point that I'm trying to make is the real world experiences and the people that I met were significantly more important and useful to me than the degree actually was. I was super surprised to be in college because I used to have like my own little business. It would give me about $500 a week, just some college money, just some stuff to get by, pay minor bills. But I was super surprised because I would go and take these classes on businesses, and they were taught by teachers that never owned a business. And in these classes, we would just sit there and take notes. And I'm just like, why isn't part of this class that everybody has to go onto some bullshit Chinese website, find a product, and learn how to sell it in the real world? That would be much more applicable to what we have to do outside of these walls. But that's being logical, and I don't know what happened to the college system. It seemed like in the early 2000s, college went from actually being about education, and then all these movies and propaganda came out about college just being about partying. That's essentially what it is now. It's just a big old orgy. In my opinion, it's a place where young adults go to procrastinate their lives for $20,000 a year. I learned so much more and so much quicker doing the real world stuff than I ever did just sitting in a classroom talking about doing the real world stuff.
Hold on.
No lies detected. He was dead ass serious about that. And I just said that in a couple videos ago. I literally just said that a couple videos ago. I was like, man, it's not about what you walk away from with the degree. It's about what you learned while you were there. And that's why I have so many friends that I went to college with that are on completely different spectrums of all of this stuff that I can still confide in and get information from to this day. And I didn't even leave with a degree. I left out. I dropped out. That's why I'm currently doing so much better than a lot of people that I do know that have degrees. It's because the experiences, the elbow rubbing, you know what I'm saying? Working shoulder to shoulder with people that actually do have this stuff. And I'm learning so much from them because I humbled myself and was able to take those kind of lessons from those people instead of just saying, well, I have a degree, I know more than you. That's not the case. more times than not, then you're gonna learn more outside of the actual classroom when it comes down to college than you would inside of the classroom.
You went to college, though.
I went to college to please my mother. I had a record deal. I was singing backgrounds for Teddy Pendergrass. Let's tell the whole story, not just the parts you like.
I went to college because I had a Division I scholarship, and it was a full ride. And if I didn't get a full ride and all of my college tuition paid, I would have never went.
And
But you still went to college.
Again, most of us, black men specifically, go to college out of pressure from their mamas and their grandmamas, not because it's something to do to better themselves.
Very true.
The school industrial complex is made for black women. There have been several studies on this that talk about how young black boys are automatically labeled as behavior problems. They were labeled as educable mentally retarded back when Les Brown was in school, and that's going all the way back to the 50s. Then you sit up there and you put them in the programs, then you double down on their reading scores so that you know how many prisons to build. Everything is set up to make sure you rise and think that you are now above us, as opposed to realizing that there's a conspiracy to separate you from me.
Right, and then in the schools, because they're dominated by women, specifically liberal women, there is this dogma that if boys don't behave like girls, if a boy can't sit in a desk who's 8 years old, if he can't sit in a desk for 8 hours a day, then there's something mentally wrong with him because he doesn't have the same behavior patterns as a girl. So they get these boys and they get all these diagnoses, and then they try to pump them up on drugs. But boys learn differently than girls, and that's something that if you're a parent, you can just see. Boys have to be active. Boys have to be moving. Boys have to be doing things with their hands. They have to be learning that way. Sitting in a desk for 8 hours a day to get a lesson from a person with a pencil is something that girls are better at. The school system is definitely built for obedience and is definitely more lean towards girls. And by the way, they always say, feminists always say that women weren't allowed to get an education, but since we've been tracking education statistics, this is what we found. This is all the way back in the 1900s. I specifically looked up the 1900s. In 1900, women had higher high school completion rates than men, earning about 60% of high school diplomas. Men were less likely to graduate from high school because many entered the full-time workforce in their teens. So since we've been tracking education in America, women have always been better in the public school system. That's just what it is. Men have always been more geared towards the trades, but because we live in a white-collar world now, when the trades are starting to disappear, the blue-collar people were talking about the concerns with AI for years. Nobody cared. But as soon as the AI started to come for the white-collar jobs, that's when people started to get concerned because their paychecks was about to get affected. So yeah, young men, especially young black men, have always been more lean towards the trades than they have been sitting in a desk for 8 hours a day. That's not surprising to me.
How do we fix it is what I'm trying to get at.
I had to, first of all, you sat up there and gave me a 30-minute dissertation on how great black women were doing. But the second
I support my black women, that's all.
I support black women.
I support black men
Here's
too,
the thing. The majority of my clients, the majority of my executive staff, my man Ricardo Cordial, who's been a client of mine for 5 years, he will tell you the majority of the people in my executive team are black women. I have put more black women in the 1% than Nick Cannon with a bag of Viagra. So this is not about supporting black women. There's a woman named Anissa Getna who had a nursing business and she had a credit business, and she went and bought her husband. By the time I was done with her, she went and bought her husband a car dealership, then moved to South Africa. She got an AT&T grant. So when it comes to supporting black women, I don't talk about it, I be about it. So that's not the issue. The issue is we need to fix it by divorcing ourselves from their agenda, which is educate our women, make them feel so high up because they got the C-suite positions, they got the degrees, they got the jobs that they put them in, while they disqualify us, underqualify us, tell us we can't do anything, take all of the skilled labor out, and then when they don't take the skilled labor out, they sit there and then make it look like there's something wrong with that. Even look at the movies. There's been Tyler Perry movies where the dude is a mechanic. The least watched Tyler Perry movie is what? Daddy's Little Girls, because God forbid you see a responsible single father and a baby mama who decided that a drug dealer, a YN, is better than a dude that works hard every day, because that's not sexy enough to brag for your friends. You have to understand that this is a psychological op that is played on so many levels that nobody wants to talk about it. So the solution is we go independent, we reject our trash, we stop taking in every piece of bad bitch bullshit that we get. We start looking at the fact that we don't have one black-owned record company, but we got all these black record labels run by palm-colored people with with little hats on the back of their head.
Uh-oh. About to get in trouble. I'm happy he mentioned that specific detail. Yep, this group of people gives money to the worst of us, and they tell them to shake their butt on national TV if they want to make more money, and then that's our global image. And it's not even all their fault. Sometimes it's the fault of the dumb people who are deciding to take the money. The record label controls the image of the artist. The artist cannot put out the song unless they fit the image that the record label wants. And who owns the record labels? It's usually not a person from the same culture, and it's usually not a person with the same skin color. There was one time when black music was about consciousness. That's when, in my opinion, it was the most prosperous. And now it's just about shaking butt and killing each other. And by the way, the artists who are signing up for this type of stuff, they know that they're selling out. The girl who's from the City Girls said that she doesn't want her daughter listening to her music, but she's okay with your daughter's listening to her music. Cardi B was caught on camera trying to cover her daughter's ears when her music was playing. So none of these people want their kids to listen to the music, but they have no problem with it being blasted on the radio before your kids go to school. So yeah, spearheaded by a bunch of sellouts who are dumb and they're willing to do anything for money. Remember in Michael Jackson's They Don't Really Care About Us, they tried to make it so that he couldn't say sue me, Jew me, because of course that would be anti-Semitism, but they have no problem funding black people who talk about killing each other and repeat the N-word. That's interesting.
You've eaten, bro. You created a 360 deal. Y'all don't want to do payday loans, but what the hell you think a record deal is?
Talk to me about the 360 deal now.
So,
The 360 deal.
All right, so a 360 deal means that instead of you just signing a record deal and they get their money from the record sales, they get money from your email list, your website, your touring, your merchandise, your name, image, and likeness. They own you and they give you a big old advance, and when you don't possibly clear that advance, they turn around and give you another one. Look at Drake.
I thought you were referencing the 360 deal into the black community. I'm sorry. I knew what the 360 deal was. I guess what I'm trying to get from you, and I really appreciate your wisdom coming on the show. I really just want to find like the common ground, because I understand what you're saying, where black women go to school and they get degrees and they feel like they're higher up. But how do we, level it out?
Your Samsung S25 needs a mouse case.
That's crazy. Last video, y'all.
All right, get your money. Little ad.
It's not you versus me. It's you and me.
Right.
Right? So here's the thing. When we were allowed to go to school before our women were, we came back and we taught our women. We have to start realizing that we need to raise our entire community, not just our children. So if you're coming with information, instead of standing on the corner with your girls talking about, clock it, I got this many degrees, clock it. Why don't you start clocking the ability to start elevating all of us? We need things.
But that's the problem, though. And that's the part that nobody wants to talk about. When you help out the women in a community or in a country, you don't really help the country. You just help the women in the country. When men get $1 million, they say, great, now I can start a family. When women get $1 million, they say, great, now I don't need a man. So what I'm basically trying to say is it doesn't matter if more women are more wealthy, because women aren't the ones that typically sign up for the burden and the responsibility to take care of a family for 70 years. Typically, that's men. If a woman makes $1 million, she still wants a man that makes $1,001,001, because women like for men to do things for them. So when you help the men, you uplift the entire community or the entire country, because men are typically the ones that sign up to carry the burden and the responsibility of providing for a family. Most women are not even really biologically designed to carry the burden and the responsibility of a family for 70 years of their life. And they don't want to, and that's obvious.
Things that don't involve white money, non-black money, and I'm not saying we can't have allies, but we need to start circling our wagons amongst each other. We need to start circling our dollars amongst each other. The Jews do it, the Italians do it, the Chinese do it. When black people do it, they look at you like you crazy. There is no reason that FUBU should not still be hot today. Y'all rocking Ralph Lauren. There is no reason why Motown should have been sold to anybody but black hands. There's no reason why BET should have been sold to anybody but black hands. And y'all crying about the BET Hip Hop Awards. Hello, Boo Boo Cakes. BET ain't been owned by black people in 27 years.
Hallelujah, amen.
So if you want a solution, the solution is ignore the rhetoric, ignore the propaganda, and realize that I am not your competition. I am your completion.
Right.
I am the one that's supposed to protect you, but the Bible says it is better for a man to live in the roof of his house than be in a house with a quarrelsome woman. Calm all that down.
Everybody talk about the Bible when it comes to a man's responsibilities, but they forget those parts, the parts where the Bible tells women how they're supposed to behave in order to get a man that's willing to live up to his responsibilities.
All that sprinkle shit, calm that down.
Going on.
And by the way, when it comes, and this is just me making sure that I'm giving you a solution, if you are so talented, so gifted, so degreed, so smart, how you let dumb niggas nut up in you and make babies?
You over here talking?
Without a ring, without any type of commitment, and then you go and say that you don't like the white man, he's oppressing you, this, that, and the third, but you go to your white boss, then you go to your daddy government, and you allow daddy government to go tax this man instead of working it out with this man, and if this man was a deadbeat, you should have known that before you shed your clothes like Country Crock and spread your legs.
Oh, he's right.
There's accountability on both sides.
Here's the solution, and this is part of how you fix it, starting with the boys. You get young black men into trades. Most young black men don't want to go to school, is debt-ridden, and they can't build their opportunities. They still have to rely on a system that many of them believes hates them in order to get their opportunities. So how do you avoid that? You teach them trades. They can use their hands. They can create their own opportunities. They can scale it into a global business if they're smart enough to do so. And the more you do it, the better you get at it, and the better you get at it, the more you get paid. If you start a trade at 14 years old, when you got stuff to do, it's hard for you to be going and getting involved in all this gang stuff or all this nonsense stuff that other people are involved in, because you have something that you're actually working on already. And by the age of 24, you could be a master at whatever your trade is. Not only that, but you're just more useful to your community because you have a skill, and being useful is important to a lot of boys. The worst thing you can have in your community is a bunch of teenage boys walking around feeling useless because they're going to use their time somehow. So yeah, build families, get rid of the superiority complex, and get young black boys into the trade so they can have skills and be useful to themselves and to the community. Let me know in the comments below if this video was a WRL and give me the HBO special. That's helpful.
I respect what he's saying there, man. I respect what he's saying.
Content. Till next time.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying. Oh, what did I click? Clicked on some weird shit. But I clicked pause though, for sure. Like, because I clicked for the main camera. Stream Deck acting a little stupid today. But yeah, man. I mean, 100%, man. He ain't lying about nothing he just said, man. I mean, honestly, it's all a game, man. That's why when I'm out here dealing with people, talking to women that I want to date and all that stuff like that, man, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, well, I'm 36, so you 10 years outside of getting a bachelor's degree. If you out here with a bachelor's degree and a bachelor's degree only, I mean, hey, we can probably deal with each other. If you got a master's degree and you just finished school maybe 5-6 years ago, you got a lot of work to do. And I'm not going to sign up to help you out with that debt because I'm debtless. And that's just how I go. I mean, it's not like I'm out here trying to like shit on nobody, but you having a degree doesn't change the fact that you might be in some financial straits. It doesn't change the fact that you're still asking me for money. It doesn't change the fact that you may be undateable based on your financial situation. And of course, at this age range, it's a 99% chance that you have a child already. So that's also taken away from your finances. Also taken away from your possibility of being completely stable without me being around. Which is a turnoff for me, because now you need more from me, which I'm not willing to give. I'm not here to fund nobody's situation. You're supposed to be coming here as complete as I'm coming. As close to it as you possibly can be. And if you're not, then you already messed up. You already messed up. But like I said, man, it's not about all of that, man. It's not finding love and finding, people to procreate with and all that stuff like that. It's not about money all the time. It's about finding what you need from the other person, relating to that person in a certain way in which you can have a relationship with them that have nothing to do with either one of those situations. Money or the child and all that stuff like that. Because I believe that we do need more stepdads out there. Will I be one? Probably not. But the fact of the matter is that we need more fathers in the home, period. Whether it's a stepdad or the biological dad. I wholeheartedly believe that. But, I digress, man. It ain't got nothing to do with me or a lot of this stuff, man. I'm off the market. I'm not doing anything with any of this stuff. I'm just out here living my life. I want to get my sports car and I want to get my bigger condo, and I ain't stopping until then. I'm just here to try to pass the message on, man. People can think a little bit different about all this stuff that's going on around us, man. I mean, we get laid off left and right, man. We out here we're in a recession. If we're not already, if the recession ain't already started, we're at the peak, about to start a recession, and people are worried about all the wrong stuff. You need to find commonality. You need to find love. You need to find a way that you can actually compromise with somebody that you give a damn about. And then once you do all that, then you ain't got to worry about all this extra bullshit on the side. It's simple as that. Simple as that. But anyways, we're going to go on and get up out of here, man. I got some stuff to do, man. Got to be at work a little bit earlier than usual, so I ain't even going to stick around here to be all here bullshitting, doing all this extra, all this lip service. We ain't doing all that. If you came in today, you slid in and said what's happening or not, it is what it is. If you're here to YouTube, man, make sure y'all hit the other videos up, man. Just make sure you hit the like, comment, and subscribe. If you're on Twitch or Kick, man, make sure y'all hit the follow button. Y'all ain't got to subscribe. I want them to pay me. I don't want you to. You know what I mean? But be easy, be safe, man. Praise to the Most High. And if you make some money when I'm not around, make sure you show me the receipt so I know you balling. Peace.